live. We are fucking live. So people wanted to do a Christmas hangout. Here I am doing it. I assume people are going to jump in. Oh, not making me look like a sucker. All right. So, Merry Christmas. No one's watching yet, but eventually, maybe one or two people will watch this. So, Merry Christmas. Yeah. Oh, there's someone watching now. There you go. But yeah, I hope you had all the I can't even fake it. I don't give a fuck. If you had a Merry Christmas, whatever, that's cool. Yeah, I'm just waiting for people to jump in. Give them a half-hour warning. Let's see what's saying in the old Facebook. Ain't no one in the lobby. So Nick says he's going to be here in a few minutes, and Redbeard says he's going to be here in like 10 minutes because he's taking his dog out for a shit. So there you go. True story, bro. Till then, you only have me to entertain you. So if you're watching, leave a comment. Say something. Stop being so rude. Stop being a casual observer. Stop being so voyeuristic. Stop living your life vicariously through my pathetic life. You need new life goals, man. All right. So I was just showing them drinking while I'm waiting for peeps to jump in here. I'm drinking a Propeller Russian Imperial Stout. I think it's still 8% now. Yeah. Seem to recall it used to be 8.2 when it was the Russian Revolution with the cool bottle and the red star and all that stuff. It's not the same beer anymore, which is sad. Yeah, still got no comments. So I'm assuming it's either someone who doesn't usually watch, or it's an enemy who's watching to try to find something as ammo to use, or someone just, they opened their browser window and walked away. You do you, boo. You do you. Yeah. So I got nothing to talk about. I just opened this up for other fuckers because all of them were too lazy to open up their own hangouts. So that's why I usually do any of these fucking live hangouts. Just for other pieces of shit to show up. Spew their bullshit. Talk about what they got for Christmas. Talk about their annoying family. Talk about the shitty turkey they had. Too much cranberry sauce and dollar store stuffing. Runny mashed potatoes. the racist uncle who kept talking about the Japs and the Jews at the table. And they have to keep telling them to calm the fuck down. They should just not invite him to the next one, right? They just keep hoping he'll die so he won't show up next Christmas. That's what families tend to do. They just kind of hope, our racist cousin Doug or, Grandpa, it's like you don't want to tell him, shut up, you racist old fool. Because, you have like some sort of semblance of respect for him because he fought in Korea or something. So you just kind of hope, maybe this will be the last Christmas. Maybe he'll die before the next one. And we won't have to listen to him talk about how many zips he killed in Japan in World War II or something, something stupid like that. Yeah. Come on, guys. Someone's going to jump in here and bail me out of this shit. I'm going to say something that's going to get misconstrued. Nothing new on Facebook. 2 people watching now. Still not saying anything. Cowards. Yeah. What did I get for Christmas? Well, if you look behind me here, I got some books. Got me some Stephen King books and the new Lee Child's Jack Reacher book. I haven't read a lot of the latest Stephen King stuff, so got a bunch of those for Christmas to play catch up. Did some money. $300 fucking bucks. And a gift card to Mark's Works Warehouse so I can buy some new clothes. $100 gift card. And I got a $100 Tim Hortons gift card. And $50 one for Subway. Mm-hmm. So I'll be drinking a lot of coffee and eating a lot of sub sandwiches that are probably not all that good for me. But hey, whatever. And then, of course, all the usual little bobs and dabs and bullshit. Like a new toothbrush and toothpaste and mouthwash and and the hoodie I'm wearing. I got a new hoodie. There we go. Pajama bottoms too. I got too many pajama bottoms. I either wear shorts or pajama bottoms almost all the time now. Because I don't have to wear real pants at work because I work graveyard, so it's not like customers are coming in and seeing it. It's pretty nice. Yeah. I'm dying here, guys. Come on, Nick. Come on, Redbeard. You said you were going to jump in. Come on, 2 viewers. Fucking say something. Anything. Even if you're calling me a piece of shit. I should have just let Redbeard run a hangout or some bullshit. Hey, you know what? Just hold on a sec here. Check something out. Oh, of course, Rajay's doing a fucking stream too. So he's taken 3 of the 5 viewers I could possibly get tonight. Son of a bitch. That rotten son of a bitch. Should have his YouTube revoked from him. He does it too much. I wonder if there's a Wednesday. No, they probably didn't have a wild card Wednesday over at the racist side of BeerTube. Oh, there we go.
Yo,
We got one.
Merry
How's it
Christmas and
going?
stuff, man.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. It was all right for me.
Was it?
Yeah. Small
You hung
children
out
are.
with family?
Yeah. My niece and nephew are loud baby children kind of thing. Yeah, it was. I'm okay with not having any of those.
Yeah, I'm not really up on getting me any of them. Why can't I find? Fuck this shit. All right, never mind. It says we had 2 viewers. I was trying to find a way to see this live on YouTube so I could just check and see who the chat participants were, and I could name them out and shame them. But
Nice.
I can't seem to figure out how to do it through the new YouTube fucking interface or whatever. So,
Yeah, the live streaming thing is kind of different than it used to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you drinking? What are you doing?
I am actually having something random that was in my fridge, some Thornbury spiced apple cider.
Ew.
It's all right. It's basically liquid apple pie, so it's not bad.
Gross.
I wouldn't have more than one, but yeah, it's not bad.
Oh.
What are you having?
I'm having a Propeller Russian Imperial Stout.
Oh, nice. How is that one?
It's good. It's if you want to just a standard no frills Imperial Stout, then that's what you get out of this.
What's the ABV?
8%.
That's not terrible. Kind of interested to compare that one to that Moosehead one that Nick got.
Oh, it's better than the Moosehead one. Or, well, no, maybe not. I haven't had the Moosehead one. What am I thinking?
You never know then.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably better. I don't know.
I haven't had a lot of beer from Propeller, but what I've had has been decent. I'd say I'd probably take that bet and agree with you that yours is probably better than the Moosehead one.
What have you had from Propeller?
Their IPA and at least one other beer. Maybe an ESB or something. I can't remember.
That would be. Yeah.
It's like a red can.
Yeah.
Sup, Mr. Nick?
Looking at it.
Yeah.
You're not looking at it right now, but need a good glass.
Actually, I ain't looking at nothing. Your camera's off, you dipshit.
Mm-hmm. Do that part, fuckface.
I don't know if you did know that.
I'm pretty sure you had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Now.
Well, I had my microphone off because I was just going to go upstairs and come back and then turn the shit back on. But now I'm getting the 5th degree for it. So now I don't know if I'm coming back.
Well, surprises.
We ruined Nick's holiday.
Yep. Scrooge.
Fucking dumbass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like shit.
That's always fun.
Yeah. No, I had how there was this sweet. Well, maybe you're not even out of the sweet period yet, where you want to have a nap, you have a nap, and then you wake up and you feel good. That's not always guaranteed anymore. Once you get my age, it's not guaranteed anymore. Sometimes you have a nap and then you wake up and feel way worse than you did before you took the nap. So
I generally just can't take naps.
I'll
want to. I'll be like, I'm fucking tired. I want to lay down for a couple hours. and I'll lay down for a couple hours, and I just won't sleep.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Making sure the camera works.
Was that just up your ass?
Probably.
Does it look brown?
I don't know. You might bleach your asshole for all I know, you freak.
Could have stuck a glove on your finger before you did it, kind of thing. What the fuck kind of weird headphones you got going on there?
Wow.
They're the same headphones you always have?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, I just never noticed, I guess, all the wire and stuff before.
So you can see them better.
Oh.
You look like you're either an air traffic controller or you're doing the drive-through at a fucking takeout place.
Right.
No
What are you
comment.
drinking, Nick? Stop being so cranky.
Shit, we're live.
Oh yeah, we're live. What the fuck?
Well, I'm about to
I
drink.
said half.
As soon as I can find my fucking bottle opener.
I said half hour. I stick to my fucking announcements.
Oh.
How did I know that Redbeard was eventually gonna have a fucking Santa hat on?
I forgot I had this. Why not? Good times.
I was thinking to myself before I did this, he's going to pop on with a Santa hat on. He might pop up in full Santa regalia because he might have been doing like weird Santa cosplay for his family or some shit. But no.
No. I was going to do the whole beard ornament thing too, but, you know, figured I'd spare you the...
You could have bleached your beard.
That'd be a weird thing.
Yeah. Plus, it would probably just come out yellowish.
Yeah, if I was going to do anything, I'd probably get some of that, like, I'd probably just fill it with flour or something for the day. I don't know.
That would be messy. You might want to just do the cotton ball thing I did.
Yeah, actually, that wasn't there, like, I don't know if they do it in white, but you can get like very, very temporary like spray dye for your hair. I don't know if it would work on red to white. I don't know. Use just spray paint. You know? Go full.
Yeah,
on.
you just go Mad Max Fury Road and chrome your face up, spray yourself right in the mouth.
Witness me.
You know, there's someone out there who does that for sex. It's like, witness me, and then they spray their face, and then they just chow down on the vagina.
They actually use just cooking spray or something, so it's safe.
Oh, no, I'd rather take the fucking paint, I think.
As long as it's like edible food paint or something. Yeah, I'm not sure if that even comes in silver. I imagine it does. There's probably some kind of edible silver paint you could put on food.
Probably. And
Then
then,
again,
All kinds of crap.
Now we're really just overthinking that whole fetish thing.
because if you use the real paint, you really will get like those big fucking tumors on your neck and shit that they all had.
Maybe that's the cause, and
Yeah. Cause and effect right there.
maybe that's why they don't live very long. War boys.
Surprised anyone lives very long in that. It's like it's after a nuclear war. Everyone should be dead, pretty much.
Alrighty.
I like the Mad Max episode of Rick and Morty. That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Morty's arm goes on like a vendetta spree thing. Pretty good. Winter warmer.
Oh my
Ooh.
god, they still make that. Is it any good this year or what?
I don't know. I'm finding it now. I haven't
Oh boy.
yet.
Oh, gotta get that picture.
Yep. Of course. It's the Christmas spirit.
My one sister gave me a very random present for Christmas this year. First time I've ever actually received this. As
Sister? I thought you had more than one sister.
I do. I said my one
Is
sister.
is that pot or pocket lint?
That's pot.
Okay.
And it was in a Russian nesting style present thing that was I think it was 11 presents deep.
Oh.
Like big box, fully wrapped, another box, fully wrapped, and just down. And yeah, it was. I was throwing them by the end. It was getting kind of annoying, but well played.
Weird.
I used to do stuff like that where I'd put my box of presents in another box, and if it was like light, I put a bunch of rocks or something in the bottom of the present, make it seem like it was super, super heavy. Random shit like that. But I never did the Russian or take like duct tape and just wrap the present to the point where like you can't get into it with an X-Acto knife or something. Just wrap the fuck out of it. Just fun Christmas pranks. Yeah. Shenanigans.
So Nick, does Picaroons make a beer called the Beast?
Yes.
It's got that old wrestler from the Maritimes, the Beast, on it.
Yeah, I've seen it. You have it here.
Have you had it? Oh,
No, I haven't had it yet. You?
No. What style is it?
I think it's a brown. I have to look it up.
It's funny you mentioned the Beast. I just watched, like, just before coming on, I watched Zombieland Double Tap, and the car in there is called the Beast. Random.
No.
Kind of funny. Have you seen it yet, Lee?
No. Was it any good?
It was all right. I want to say no better than like that. But the first one was decent, but I don't know, it was kind of a little bit too weird the way the on-screen words and stuff all the time, and almost like I don't know. The end credit scene for this one was my favorite part of the whole movie. It was just really good. I don't want to spoil it though.
I'm sure I'll eventually get around to it.
To look it up. It's not on the ADL website. I know it's in the store because I've seen the bottles. I'm pretty sure it's a brown ale because it didn't interest me.
Okay.
Racist.
No, I'm not really big into brown ales. That's why.
Brown ales aren't big enough for you.
And maybe brown ales ain't into you. Did you ever think about that?
Hey, there you go. Maybe they think you're boring and unexciting.
Yeah.
All right, if you want to share this.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, so
there we go.
7.5% ABV.
Yeah.
7.5. Beast, that's right. And they call it a one-off beer for you, and this came out in 2018, and I still have it for some reason, so I imagine it's probably not last year's batch. It's not a one-off. The Beast corn.
I don't know. It's Picaroons.
It says it's
a 7.5% ABV wheat IPA, hop with Amarillo, Osaka, and Denali, along with 15 kilograms of orange peel.
So that's not a brown ale at all. That sounds interesting to me.
Oh, maybe I have to check it out, I guess. I just haven't bothered picking it up because I haven't really been interested in Picaroons anything lately.
Yeah.
But
you got to try it, man. You never know.
There's so much to try. Winter warmer, though, it's on one I get every year, so it's a given. But
my sister and my stepbrother, not my stepbrother, my brother-in-law, were drinking a massive box of wine last night. It was pretty funny.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Picaroons hasn't really interested me a whole lot since, was it during the election season? They hosted Sheer, so.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Really appreciate that.
The whole fucking, like, I'm not surprised, but I can't believe that Sheer fucking stole almost like hundreds of millions of dollars from his party's fund or whatever the fuck it was he did. Like, that's pretty.
I can't.
Yeah, right.
He's a Canadian politician. They all do it.
Yeah. He's swindling money out of his party like that for his kids' education, while the while calling out here Trudeau and hypocrisy. So it's kind of stupid. Anyway,
of course you probably don't hear about Trudeau doing that just based solely on the fact that he's a goddamn rich kid.
Well, I'm not defending what Trudeau's done at all. I'm just saying that I don't know. I really don't like Sheer anyway. So
as far as a human being goes, I would take Trudeau. Sheer, just every time I saw him, he just comes across as just this slimy, fucking just terrible, shitty person. That I don't know. Like Trudeau, he's done some shitty things, but he comes clean, almost like he apologizes blatantly for it right away. I feel like he's kind of at least trying a little bit, and Sheer was just trying to screw everybody over, basically, kind of thing. Like even when he lost, and he's like, when you fail, Justin, we'll be there to come and get. Couldn't even gracefully take that. He was just he's just garbage, such garbage.
I kicked them both out of the airlock.
I I feel like you kick most people out of the airlock.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I got to be practical about these things. You're going to use up my resources.
this is a valid
because I'm in outer space. Space inside your artificial environment is at a premium, and you need food. And I'm not sharing the chemical toilet with them. It's not happening.
You ever see the show, the 100?
No,
it's on the CW, which is generally like kind of a teen like that. Like most shows on there are not really up, but this I watched it for a while, and it's like the premise is Earth had nuclear war or some shit, and everything uninhabitable, so they went up into space. A bunch of different people went up into space, and over the years they kind of came together, and now there's like this big floating station up there, and they're basically at the point like it's been 100 years, I think, and they send 100 kids, like the teenagers, basically down to the planet, and it's like if they die, they die, and if they don't, then we'll come down afterwards. And just it's a really well done show, and especially considering the network it's on, where you really wouldn't expect it. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that was about it.
Cool
Good
story,
show.
bro.
I thought so.
I thought it was a prequel to 300 for a minute there. That was a Nick joke.
Depending on like if what was that? There's a book I read years ago where the whole premise was that like civilization is like risen to this point, and then these like secret, kind of like the story in like Batman Begins, but different. This like secret organization kind of comes and like tears it all down again, and we have to start all over again, and they keep doing it.
Yeah, that interesting story, but it's just fantasy making an excuse for the fact that we're all fuck ups and we kill ourselves all the time. We just destroy ourselves eventually. We get so high and then we go back down. Because we're all greedy fucks who have our own self-interest in mind, especially when we have money and power, and then we use it to ruin everybody else. Merry Christmas, everybody.
So much optimism and cheer and Christmas joy.
Ho, 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 you pieces of shit.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Before you guys got on, I was speculating that everybody was, having their Christmas. They were having their shitty turkey dinners and screaming brats running around, and then they got their racist uncle who shows up for Christmas dinner. Every year you hope he dies so he doesn't show up again for next Christmas.
God.
Because it's family, you tolerate it, so you don't say anything because you respect him because he fought in Korea or some bullshit. So, you have to tolerate him sitting at the table talking about the nips that he killed. And, it gets really awkward when like one of your cousins has like a Korean boyfriend or something and brings him to family dinner, and then it just gets into a shouting match. And yeah,
nice.
That's the holidays, man. That's the Christmas spirit.
Christmas spirit.
Mm-hmm. It's bringing everyone together, even your racist uncles, bringing them into the fold.
Pretending to set aside your differences for family, but actually not.
Yeah, there's no differences. All families are the same. You all got your racist uncles. You see them at Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving or at funerals. You keep hoping it's their funeral and it's an open casket so you can sort of like spit on them before they go down on the ground.
Jesus Christ.
But,
I don't know what to say. I don't have any racist uncles.
That you know of.
I guess. Yeah, who knows?
I mean, you're in North Bay. There's probably a good chance that at least one of your family is a racist.
None of my family, aside from my one sister, actually does, and my mom does live here. So, yeah,
they're still. I'm pretty sure your mom's a racist. I'm just saying.
Nice.
I take that back.
It's fine. It's all in the Christmas spirit, man. It's all good.
It's probably one of your siblings' kids will grow up to be racist.
Entirely possible. Like my niece Starling. She's got to have at least fucking 75 goddamn Barbies. And like trying to get her to be like, like it's Christmas time. We're going to donate some of your toys to kids who need it. And she said, I don't want to share. I need all my Barbies. So if I have a big party, they can all show up. And just, it's like, fucking. And then today for Christmas, I'm pretty sure she got at least 10 more Barbies. Just for goddamn ridiculous.
Damn.
I got her some Lego. I got my nephew some Hot Wheels. He got cars from my mom, I think. I bought him this like starter track building set thing that's build a whole bunch of different random things. It should be fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Way to slot your nephews into a specific gender there, Redbeard, you monster.
I got what they told me to get. I said, what do you want me to get your kid? They're like, oh, we're getting Hot Wheels. We're going to try to get them to Hot Wheels. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Hot Wheels.
Oh, something I just sounded like, okay, Google. That was funny.
No.
Apparently.
Okay, Boomer.
Okay, Boomer.
I gotta really get a beer, so I don't know if you guys can keep an eye on if someone shows up in the fucking lobby or not.
No, we can't.
We have no power.
We won't be here long. Well, then you're just going to get a beer to piss, right? Probably.
I'm just going to go get a beer, but I might take my time just to be a dick, just in case someone does show up, like right. Ewart or somebody. Ewart probably won't because he's probably got family engagements.
He was like Jamie or something.
Yeah, possibly. I'm actually going to grab something as well, but I can hear and talk the whole time I'm gone. I'm not even technically leaving the room, so.
And I'm half paying attention anyway because don't really have much more to say than that. Actually, I don't even have the live feed of this open. Am I even still subscribed to Lee's channel? Let me go check. Hold on a sec. And yes, I'm still subscribed to Lee's channel. I wouldn't know to subscribe him. He is being a tool, but no. I'm still subscribed. I'm gonna thumb up here, but there's nobody actually watching this shit, so that kind of totally makes sense that nobody actually wants to come in here or comment on this video. It's probably because people actually have like lives and shit to do.
Yeah, but, like fuck, why not? Who cares? I don't. Like I did the shit I had to do today, and tomorrow afternoon I'm going to Perrystown for the other side of the family dinner thing, and that's my plans. I'm interested.
The other propeller beer you had, Redbeard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The ISPA. I guess what I ended up buying.
What'd you get?
I bought that fucking 4-pack of Budweiser Black Lager.
You had an state of emotional weakness and decided to buy it?
I had extra money.
Actually, I'm kind of curious about it, to be honest, because I did like the Copper Lager.
Copper Lager is way better. Their Black Lager, I guess the Copper Lager was Jim Beam barrels, right?
I thought this was Jim Beam too.
I'm having a Doppelbock.
I'm just saying they use it for both, right? If I remember, the Copper was Jim Beam. Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure. This is the Black Lager, but it's
the Black Lager was surprisingly more boozy.
Really?
It's like 7-something%, I believe. I seem to recall, and it's
It comes out in the taste, is it?
Yeah, it does a little bit.
It's like barrel-aged malt liquor, basically. So,
kind of, yeah. It wasn't terrible, but it's definitely more boozy. Too much money for a fucking Budweiser product, that's for sure. The 17 whatever for 4 cans.
My mom got me a pretty fancy ornament for my tree.
Ooh, Iron Man.
This thing is made of metal. It's gonna weigh down the branch like crazy. Like the price tag still on. This was a $40 ornament right here.
Holy shit!
Like it weighs probably like half a pound. It's fucking insane.
You could throw that at somebody.
I was gonna say if you threw it and like the hand went into the eye or something, yeah, you could fuck somebody up, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna check Facebook here for a second.
So there's nobody trying to get in. I have my buddy.
I just check once in a while, just in case like someone's seeing this and they're not in the fucking group or whatever. And no, can I get in? And then I can tell them no.
Nice.
No.
Would you guys still be here, still be chatting online if I disappeared for 15, 20 minutes to do a review with my buddy and a buddy of mine online?
Yeah, I guess.
And maybe afterwards I could see I could even invite him here. Were you here, Redbeard, the other night when I brought Sith in? Oh, you were just leaving at the time he came in.
Was that last night? Wasn't that last night?
That was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Okay, yeah, I think I just left. But you know what? Lee and I could. You doing a live review?
Yeah.
Lee and I could watch that and do like a live commentary thing as you do it.
Yeah, okay, that could work.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll put the rest of my Winter Warmer aside here. All right, so give me a few minutes and I will set something up. Watch for the feed to pop up. I'm on, of course, Magical Stars Beer Review, plugging myself here. All right, I will be back in a bit.
All right.
Okay.
Did you know vomit clocks are a thing?
Vomit clocks?
Yeah, like clock that's basically like encased in resin that seems to be like vomit. Like there's like whole Facebook communities about it. It's really, really weird and disturbing.
What the fuck? What?
I don't know.
So it's like vomit encased in resin?
Or
Is that,
I don't.
or it's just synthetic and made to look like it's vomit?
They're usually, I'm reading the comments here and someone actually said, what are these vomit items actually made of? And someone said random crap cast in resin. So.
Oh, okay. So it's just like a catchy term.
Yeah, not actually vomit, but when they do it right, it does look like vomit kind of thing.
Because it feels like that would sort of gather someone's outrage, you know, like it'd be like that dude who did the art pieces with people who donated their bodies, and he, you know, like encased those in like plastic or resin or whatever the fuck.
I heard about that. It was disturbing.
Yeah, and you know, it took the skin off and everything, so it was like those anatomical models or whatever. But yeah. Okay, so I should probably be looking for next feed here, making me do all the work. I got to screen share this shit.
Well, you should just.
You couldn't just set up his.
Send a link in the fucking Facebook chat or something.
Yeah, or he couldn't have just set up his camera and filmed a review while still being in this hangout.
No, you had to do a live one.
Too much work. What a bitch. I still subscribe to him. I think I am.
He actually.
Oh yeah, I am.
He made the same joke there when you had to check for you. It's a pretty fancy label art on this can here. It's like a fox man making magical fire or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's their anniversary beer. They've been open for 1 year now.
Oh, look, it's Paul. PA Brew News. Cheers, brothers. How the hell are you, sexy beasts? Well,
hey.
I'm trying to be a little less sexy tonight, Paul. You know how it is, man. Can't have the women wasting all their energy trying to knock my door down. It's Christmas. They're supposed to be with their families. So I'm sitting here in like a fucking shorts and a fucking hoodie and trying to be as ugly as possible.
It's not working, Lee. It's not working.
Oh, well. I paid you to say that. I mean, I theoretically could. I did get money for Christmas, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I kind of did. My boss gave me 2 gift cards to Shell for $100 each. So I basically don't have to buy gas all winter, which is fucking awesome. And then a gift card to it's a place called Orchards. It's like a kind of a higher end grocery store here in town. It's all like super nice, fresh foods and really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a gift card to there that I don't even know the amount on that one, so I have to go there and check. But I'm assuming it's at least $50.
Paul says, I failed. I'm still super lickable.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got flavor. I'm not guaranteeing the flavor's great or anything, but
I've got flavor. That was good.
Yeah, no, I got $300 fucking just on its own.
Really?
And then I got some fairly pricey gift cards too.
Nice.
So like a Mark's Works Warehouse, $100.
Pair of boots or something?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy more hoodies. I got a Subway $50.
Ooh. So somebody got themselves a free 6-inch sub when they bought you that one, I think.
Maybe.
It was like the promo at Subway. If you buy a $50 gift card or something, you get a free 6-inch sub as well.
Oh,
or something. Yeah.
I assume. Well, that was from my mother, so I assume she didn't because she would have given me the sub too, because she wouldn't eat it. But then I got a $100 Tim Hortons gift card. So there we go.
Nice.
And the hoodie I'm wearing, and the stack of books you see behind me there, like pretty much all the recent Stephen King books, and another one. And
I got a whole series, a new series of books by Dean Koontz that I didn't even know existed. I got 4 books of it, and I'm like, okay, cool,
awesome.
And I got a cordless beard straightening brush. Pretty neat. That's like the hair straighteners where it's like 2 ceramic plates that like you go like that with your hair, straightens your hair.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like 1 ceramic plate inside a brush, so you brush it and it takes the insanely unstraightness out of my beard.
Yeah, practical.
Yeah,
especially because you're a ginger, and usually gingers don't have straight hair. So
I used to have some serious curl issues when it was on top of my head as well.
Right.
I had the whole like stupid cowlick. I look like a country western singer from the 40s or something. Just that kind of typical, ridiculous.
Paul says, here we go. Says I'll sort my internet out one day, and when I can, we finally need to get some podcast goodness done. Yes, indeed. There's some sort of issue with his internet with StreamYard. So,
well, he's always had bad internet, but he used to actually still be able to join Hangouts and stuff. I don't know if the internet got shittier or if it is like StreamYard seems to, aside from the stupid, non-switching things and the person doing the broadcast has to keep an eye on everything. Aside, it's not terrible overall.
No, I think it's kind of picky with mobile stuff, and I think that's kind of where it bites Paul in the ass.
That could be it too. Well, I know Chris off the 10th and Jamie always join from the mobiles, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I was going to ask Paul, did you get to hang out with are you getting to hang out with your kids for the holidays? Get some daddy-daughter time?
Nick just shared the link for his live stream there in the Facebook
chat.
Did
he? Okay. I'm just going to come on. Where is it? There it is. Kick sled cream ale. Okay, whatever, dude. He says my internet speed is a 2 instead of a minimum 10, so I think I need a router. Yeah, maybe.
You shouldn't, but like it should all just kind of go through your. Yeah, I don't know.
Sure audio.
Saw them for a bit today. He needs to do Christmas at his place tomorrow. He's at work right now.
Damn, that sucks.
Paul's working hard.
That sucks, man. Okay. So we got the share going here.
Sweet infinity shot, yo.
There he goes.
Oh, thanks to you. So how are you doing tonight there, Sith? I haven't asked in a while.
Doing pretty well. Life is pretty calm up here for the most part.
Enjoying your first Christmas away from home?
Yep. The wife, the dog, and I, and the
You seeing this, Redbeard?
I am. It's doing some buffering.
It is.
dog and I and the cat had a nice quiet day. Had the dog out to the park. Had the dog park all to ourselves.
Nice. And just because we were talking about it offline, what's the temperature out there right now?
It's a nice warm -18 today.
Jesus Christ.
What's the temperature here? I suppose it's -9 here, but that's still gross. Hey, you said it was without wind, so it's not like it's cutting right into you or anything. So
last week it was -40 with -45 wind chill.
Ugh.
That happens here. What just happened? What? Hello?
All right. Let's.
I'm not sure what's going on or if you can hear me, but everything's going really, really weird on my end. What the heck? On my tablet it is too. I'm going to try leaving and coming back. Nothing makes sense right now.
Yeah, that didn't work well.
What the fuck happened there? That was weird.
Yeah, he was buffering like shit, and then fucking. I
don't know. Like I've got him open on a separate tab now, and everything's going fine. I think your internet might have just like shit the bed.
It might have shit the bed.
Weird. That was really weird.
Yeah. Oh well.
I had no idea what was happening. I thought my computer froze or something. I look at the screen, I'm like, my camera's still moving. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, StreamYard didn't like whatever the fuck was happening there. Where I was like, I tried to expand the window to full screen so you could just see him and nothing else. But
yeah, I think that might have done it right there. I don't think anyone else. I think you just conducted an experiment basically, and it went wrong.
Oh well. I didn't give a fuck about what that cream ale tastes like anyway. Oh, shit.
Oh, come on, man. Cream ales are the most exciting beers ever.
Fuck, they are.
I have had a couple really, really, really good cream ales, but they're not really a style that I seek out at all.
Yeah. Paul says last week it was -11 for a good bit of the time. Yeah.
Crazy. Super cold.
It's not been like that around here. We've had a couple days where it's been cold, and that's usually when it's windy. But other than that, temperature's been sort of hovering around like 0 to like 4 degrees or something like that during the day, and then it might drop down to like -9 at night or something like that at the most. But
Kind of doing the same thing here right now. It's very, very weird for this time of year. Very different than last year when we had like 10 feet of snow already.
yeah. I can remember, it must be more than 15 years ago now. There was a fucking ice storm in the Maritimes, and that was in November. It was fucking just ice and snow and shit like that everywhere. You couldn't walk without just slipping on your ass.
Yeah, there hasn't been a really bad, like freezing rain kind of ice storm around here in a while. Those can be fucking terrible. Tear down power lines and all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Like the shit they had in Quebec there quite a while back now. But
people had no power for like weeks. It'd be nuts.
I mean, we get that here, like in the really super rural areas of Nova Scotia. Power definitely fucking goes down every time we have like a hurricane or whatever. But
I'm decently lucky where I am here. It doesn't go out really very often at all.
Who sent a photo and what is it? Gregory. What's Gregory doing? Why is he not here?
He's having some Bourbon County. I believe that's...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is in his home, in his kitchen.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he's not here. Oh, and Dan just liked that picture, so Dan could be here too. Oh, what I wrote actually kind of worked perfectly right after your link.
Yeah, although I don't know if that link's going to work. I copied that from the actual Facebook chat, and that created a fucking uber long link that I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Come play with us, Danny. Forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that playing. No.
Hello, Danny.
Which one is that? Is that The Shining?
It's The Shining, yeah.
Okay, I was thinking of the original Pet Cemetery there, where she's like, I already played with mommy or whatever. I want to play with you too.
I already played with mommy. Now I want to play with you.
Yeah, that movie was fucked up.
I think that one of the few things I didn't like about, well, actually, and I mean it kind of ruins this in the actual book too, is that Gage gets hit by a fucking Mack truck on the road,
yeah,
and it doesn't just disintegrate him.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Like they're barreling down that road too. Yeah. It was like, what was it? You must have seen the episode of South Park where they parodied it.
Yeah,
that they threw a pig off the roof of the building to pretend it was Butters, and this old man shows up randomly.
Yeah, Micmac burial ground. Sometimes dead is better.
He showed up in another episode, or a couple other episodes too, just randomly. Love that show.
Yeah, you don't want to go up there. Up to that old Micmac burial ground, yeah.
His dad digs him up. Oh, you smell like bacon.
That's where they bury their pets. Sometimes dead is better.
What'd you think? Did you see the Rick and Morty season finale?
Did they only have 5 episodes?
Yes.
I haven't seen episode 5 then yet.
No? Oh, I'd say it was pretty good. I kind of like what they did like this season. It's almost like they decided to like take their show back a little bit from the fans. Like all the crazy fan theories and all just the craziness with the and this season it was just kind of like enjoy these random adventures. And I actually really enjoyed this season. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I like that because everyone was trying to read into everything. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, we actually there's no complex plan here, motherfucker. We're just goofing off and thinking of weird shit.
So well done.
I like the one with the talking cat, and they looked into its mind or whatever, and it was so horrific that they just started like vomiting, and they wanted to kill themselves. And
Well, Rick, who's seen like everything in the universe, like just like turned the gun on himself, and that was crazy. And then I think that was pretty much the only episode where there's a bunch of videos on YouTube about like people's theories about what they saw. My biggest, the one that I saw that was kind of the most, the way the guy talked about it and like the way it was kind of set up throughout the earlier parts of the episode was maybe some kind of pedophile or something like that.
I think it just works on the level of like fucking H.P. Lovecraft Cthulhu thing. It's like it's so horrific you can't even describe what it is. It's just,
Yeah.
And if you don't go insane, you're probably and kill yourself, you're one of the unlucky ones.
Yeah. There's like when Jerry said, like he was in my house where I keep pictures of my parents.
Yeah,
like that was such an odd thing. Like not where my kids sleep or where my wife, where I keep pictures of my parents. That was a really, really weird thing to say.
Yeah, it's creepy as fuck.
The dragon episode, that was just ridiculous. Dragons,
yeah.
Bunch of fucking horny bitches.
Sex dragons, yeah.
Good stuff.
Slut dragons, that's what it was.
Yeah. I've been in my slut cave for too long. My masturbatory slut cave for the old dragon. Fuck.
Oh, here he comes, Mr. Fucking.
Oh, he's back.
I'm back.
We tried streaming, but Lee tried to make it full screen, and it completely killed us for a couple minutes over here. It was kind of funny.
Hey,
yeah.
But by the way, I don't know if you guys have been formally introduced, but you've seen him before for sure. We got the Sith here.
Oh,
How you doing?
hello down there.
Good day, gentlemen.
Cheers.
So,
see, the connection's much better here because when you two were doing the video, it was like buffering for us. So
it was weird.
Yeah.
So, for introductions, I don't think you've ever really met or talked about Redbeard with me, but you do know Lee for years. He's the famous Lee from Nova Scotia.
Yep.
Oh, it's so famous. Yeah. You fucking asshole.
Well, he's drank like dozens of the beers you sent across. And remember when you used to send me beer? That hasn't happened in a while. Actually.
Yeah, but you can get pretty much everything I can get, and you can get even better stuff than I can get. So
yeah, well,
you even admitted as much to me in messages and chats, Nick. So don't try to.
Yeah, no.
I'm
trying to be condescending and saying like, look, I sent you beer. You don't have to send me anything back. So
fucking.
I sent you both some beer. Remember, I sent you both some beer.
Yeah, you'll probably get something back from me in about 2 years, Redbeard. The rate I'm going.
That works.
Yeah.
That works.
Just do what Nick does and continue to emotionally bully me.
No, I'm just saying that I'll send you shit that I don't necessarily expect anything back, and usually you do send me something back. So
I'm sure I'll find something that you can't get a hold of, and I'll be, Nick probably won't be able to get to this. So.
Propeller Riz that's gone way downhill over the last couple of years.
You still can't get that?
I still can't get Propeller's Riz, Russian Imperial down here, and it's
for fuck's sake.
Even last time I had it, it was a shell of its former self.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe Nick thinks that the Moosehead one would beat it. We were talking about that before you showed up.
Yeah.
Oh, the Moosehead Stout, Russian Imperial,
same ABV.
The Moosehead Russian Imperial was definitely better than the modern iteration of what Propeller's Russian Imperial is, but that's really not saying much. Like the propeller Russian Imperial when it was Revolution, that shit was just the best. Like you could get in the Maritimes. It's just not what it used to be. What are you thinking, Sean?
So I left St. John, bitching and complaining because we didn't have any good beer. And now Moosehead, of all people, has come out with a Russian Imperial Stout. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I got the bottle from when I drank it last week. Moosehead's small batch for. So you left at the wrong fucking time. But I will say this shit it's just a standard. It's not barrel aged or anything. It's just a standard Russian Imperial Stout, and it's fucking $15.
That never stopped me before.
Well, you see, there's the.
That on the other hand,
I wonder if they put some of that into barrels. Ooh, maybe
Remember-
next year. Ooh,
Think Brewing, ale for a winter's night, bourbon barrel aged. This guy was $9.50.
How's
You
that?
see, there's the
This was
allure of
tasty.
this. There's the allure of this, then, Nick. You can still get this for under $5 a can, and I mean, it's not. It ain't some fucking blow your mind, barrel aged fucking kill your mother for one bullshit, but it's still like a decent enough, like bog standard Russian Imperial Stout. So.
the best one of those that
You want
shows
to put
up.
it that way?
The best one of those that shows up around here would be the one from Wellington. It's a completely not bad, like it's completely tasty Russian Imperial Stout. And I think it's not even $4 a can. I don't think so. It's a really good deal.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. What did you have? Moscow Misku from Bresser to coat before you left, Sean?
No.
Russian Imperial Stout from Northern New Brunswick.
No.
You sure? It's been out for
Pretty
a couple of years.
Well, how is
Pretty
the Super Setting Cream Ale that you reviewed? We didn't get to actually watch it still.
Actually, not bad. Sean's drinking an entire
solid-
freaking growler.
Yeah, it's a solid cream ale.
It's still a cream ale, but it's solid cream ale at least. Nice, clean, and easy to drink. That's what you want.
So if you want, Nick,
From what I'm seeing, that's looking like liquid, not solid. But you know,
Yeah, it's really quite clear. What are you saying, Lee?
so if you want, Nick, I'll send you like 6 of these fucking propellers. You can like age like 5 of them in your goddamn cellar for 20 years.
I think they'd eat to the can by then.
I'm actually kind of surprised Nick doesn't talk about like how many bottles and cans have just been eaten through or have like bursted at this point. That has been sitting there for so long.
You know what? I still have. I think I might even have more than one. I still have a bottle of Revolution, Propeller Revolution.
You might want to jump on those pretty soon.
like how
I mean, that was a great beer, but that's only sitting at like 8%, dude. You might want to jump on one of them real quick.
like right now, maybe.
Like you might want to actually go into your cellar, look around, take note of what you actually have, and like, oh, that beer's 10 years old. I might want to try that now. I might want to get that out of there before too long, you know?
Gonna walk in there one day and jostle the shelf the wrong way, and it's just gonna be a fucking cascade of explosions all over the place.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've actually been going through quite a bit of it. So I just sent you the Moscow Misku. Yeah, you've had that?
No, I saw the picture. No, I haven't had that.
Really? That's the Russian Imperial from Northern Brunswick. I'm gonna share it in the BA 101 chat too.
Well, could you?
Oh, Greg says he's editing today's video.
Yeah. Well, what a loser. No one cares about his fucking...
So, like, no, what he's helping / watching his wife edit today's video.
Yeah, right. Well, he could be in here, but he's watching his wife do it. So, and he's sitting on the couch drinking, probably.
He's being
probably while wearing the jacket he reviewed.
He's emotionally supporting her as she goes through the traumatic events of having to watch and edit his fucking video.
Well, it's not really much of a trauma. She lives with it every day.
Is he drinking like this year's Bourbon County?
Yeah.
Is that what he's doing tonight, Bourbon County?
Because that's like 14%.
Jesus.
So he's gonna be fuckered if he ever even shows up in this fucking thing, man. Because
fucker Greg is fun, Greg.
Because I was recording last weekend with Daniel for the podcast or whatever, and it's like, oh, I went to a dive bar and had a bunch of beer, and now I'm sitting at home with fucking Bourbon County Stout. And it's like, it's 14%. and he's just like slurring his words more than I do generally on the fucking podcast. So he's just like fucking, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's.
don't think I've seen him that drunk in a while.
That's potent. I've never tried any vintage of that beer, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Like Goose Island, the Goose Island, I've had their IPA and their pale ale and other variations of IPAs and pale ales, and nothing I've ever had from them has been like even remotely interesting, really. And then they come out with these crazy beers once a year that the world goes insane over. And
it's almost like a separate brewery. Like it's almost like there's a couple tiers to Goose
I believe
Island.
that makes complete sense to me. Like this crew spends the year tending to and making all these cool beers, and then machines, I'm pretty sure, basically make the other stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, you got their whole Bourbon County series, which they've expanded to all kinds of crazy shit, and then they had like their female named like Belgian series or whatever, which was pretty decent. They had like the Ophelia and the Matilda and some. I think there was a couple other ones and shit. All
Sophie.
sort of Belgian.
Sophie.
So yeah.
I never heard of those ones.
Yeah,
we had Sophie and Matilda here once.
Yeah, we did.
Sure, you had them, Sean. Sophie and Matilda. Did you get
Yeah,
them
I think
over
so.
here? Yeah.
Came in the bigger bottles.
Yeah.
We've like the Bourbon County. Does that show up in the LCBO? Is that where Greg got his?
I think so, 2014 Sophie.
Yeah,
Nick,
Bourbon County, as far as I know, is in the LCBO. At least some of them.
Really?
I think they are now.
I'm gonna have to talk.
Some of like the expensive, or it's expensive and it's only like at some of the high traffic centers, I think.
I mean, I assume that's why Greg has
them.
Gone
now.
Well, I feel like if they ordered it though, like it's probably just like the LCBO, just like anything, first come first serve. The first ones that order it in, they're probably like, yeah, here, have a case or however many you ordered.
Yeah,
because like even the one LCBO here had like a case of the Collective Arts bourbon barrel aged fucking super expensive porter and stuff like that. Usually doesn't make its way up here. So
yeah, Bourbon County. And check all stores, but Bourbon County for a 500 milliliter bottle is $23 in Ontario. Which,
you know what? I'd buy one bottle.
After that visit to the Moncton Experience store last weekend, it's not absurd to say $23 for a bottle of beer that big, because I paid $20 for that Firestone Sacaba, and there was like one beer that I was really wanting in there that was like $24 or something from Trois Mousquetaires. It was the it wasn't the Porter Baltic, it was their Russian Imperial Stout, but it was bourbon barrel aged with maple syrup and coffee. And I'm like,
no,
that sounds amazing.
No.
Okay, maybe I think it's amazing.
What do you mean, no?
What do you
maple
mean, no?
syrup and coffee sounds awesome.
Sounds terrible.
No,
maple syrup don't sound good. It sounds like a problem waiting to happen.
Yeah, the coffee, that's fine.
If it's done right, kind of like CBS.
Coffee would fade after. You wouldn't want to age it, but still. Coffee.
CBS has done in those maple syrup bourbon barrels, however the crap they do that, and that's aside from being founders, boo.
Yeah,
that's a delicious goddamn beer.
There are no bottles. They just have the listing. They don't have any more bottles left in Ontario, but it was probably like only available at certain stores, and it was while supplies last. And of course, Greg lives in Toronto, so he probably got one that way.
See, I could justify getting like one or two bottles of Bourbon County for that price, because when you think about it, you're buying one bottle of Bourbon County for whatever, for a special night. You might have like one or two other beers with it that night, beforehand or after. But that's your entire night there, and that's a pretty cheap night of fun with just like three beers, So
it was like whatever the fuck it might have been this year, I can't remember. When I got Invictus from Flying Monkeys, that 18.2%, that was, I think I had two beers beforehand, and that was very much the only other beer I had that night. Like the end of that vlog, I was done.
Just look at Sean's facial expressions when he hears things like Invictus. You know what Invictus is, don't you?
Yeah, that one was tasty.
Oh, and I won that.
We had that here, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't buy one because I drank it.
I think that's like a $30 or $40 bottle of beer right there. It's fucking expensive.
It's pricey.
Yeah,
do I still have Invictus at the York Street store? I'm gonna check the NB Liquor site.
I won a contest through Redline Brewing in Barrie. They were just putting up pictures on Facebook and commenting you might win, and it was the last day, and I wasn't even paying attention. And then like they tag me like carry on. I'm like, what did I win? And Invictus. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah,
So
it was
you
like
seriously-
$150, I think, or was that one of the
I
other
know it was
ones?
50 for Invictus.
Yeah.
See if Lee shares this out.
So a bit cheaper here probably.
There you go. That's the price on Invictus. It's out of stock now.
Yeah.
$50.
Wow.
Jesus.
Well, is that a different? Never mind. I saw the ABV.
Yeah. Well, no, it was the 18.4 aged
Yeah.
in Buffalo Trace and Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Oh, and Heaven Hill.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I think we had
before-
like
Sorry.
an earlier one. We didn't have the 2016, but we did have one of them, and it was just
Yeah. I had the 15 at Chad's place, but it was in 2016. It was before they were even allowed to launch it or something. There was some thing about it being too high in ABV. And I drank it in 2016 with Chris, Radargy, and me.
I think that's why like almost all the bourbon barrel aged stouts you get are like 11.9. I think it's if you bring it past there, 12 and above, you have to have a distillery license as well or some stupid shit like
Yeah,
that.
it's some
Something like
shit like that. Yeah.
It's weird.
It's one
Which
of
again
those
is why
weird.
you see a lot of these breweries also starting to make like craft gin and these things as well because now they can. Why
Kind of
not?
thing like where Dogfish Head 120 you can't have in Ontario or some shit because it's like what 16-18%.
It's kind of weird how backwards it is. Like you got the LCBO, which is like it's got the most buying power in the world as far as alcohol goes. Like they spend the most money every year buying alcohol from all around the world, yet they have that cap limit on what they can actually sell, which is ridiculous.
let them control the market better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like craft breweries being able to sell their own stuff in their stores with their own hours is definitely good for them. But yeah.
It's funny. The Dogfish Head site just says 120-minute IPA just says clocking in to 15 to 20%. No
Yeah.
specifics. Just you remember 120.
It's interesting. You want to see
I can't even imagine that beer. Like, how does an IPA that high? Like, what does it taste like?
It
More like a
tasted
barley
like
wine.
pine.
Yeah, like sucking the resin out of a fucking tree kind of thing. Like,
It was like a somewhat well hopped barley wine, kind of like American strong ale.
yeah. See, I feel like that. I'd love to try it, but
It's good. It's
weird.
really
I don't
good.
know.
It's just different.
Just like that
Yeah.
Sam Adams Utopia kind of thing. I feel like some of these some shit might be just a bit too crazy for me still at this point.
well, yeah, Utopias is just a wholly different class of thing. I wouldn't even really consider it a beer, honestly.
Yeah.
It's more like a liqueur at this
It's
point.
like so many aged blends and all this crazy shit they do with
Because
it.
they have to use like special like champagne yeast or whatever to fucking get the alcohol that high and everything.
Crazy.
Yep.
It is kind of cool how like the beer industry has got to the point where you can go to some bars and stuff and get like a 750 bottle, a 750 ml bottle, something cool for like at the bar you might pay like $30, but like beer's getting comparable to wine for how well regarded it is in terms of some vintages and types to it's kind of cool.
You have no idea.
Oh, you're right. Like I have a bit of an idea, hence me saying it, but I don't.
Have
really.
you ever heard of a place called? Oh damn it! Now the name of it's going to escape me. The Congression Ale House.
Oh, is that the one in San Francisco?
There's 3 of them
Diego,
down
San
there. Yeah.
Francisco, whatever it was, where you got some of that the Russian River stuff that you brought back. That
Yeah.
time?
No, that was just at regular.
Oh, you got the
Liquor
Last
shop.
Judgment or something from Lost Abbey.
Yeah.
That's where you got that.
The Congressional Ale House. You go in, they hand you a book, not a menu, a book, like 20 pages, 200 beers per page, and it's just, what do you want?
Really?
Yeah. My
There's
wife and I went through like $300 there over the week.
That's nuts.
Holy fuck.
One of the bars here in town used to have the really, really good selection of craft. And they used to even have like they could be part of their club. And you get like this again, like kind of book thing, and you stamp off once you got them all. And I never joined it because I wasn't really into craft beer at that point. I don't even know if you got anything once you stamped all your stuff. But then out of the blue, they became like a brew pub, and now all they really sell is like a few macro brands and their beer, which
Change
is
ownership probably.
Nope, same person. Same person's owned that place forever. But yeah, and their homebrew stuff is like just like brew your own beer kits they buy from like New Zealand. They put it into a fermenter and they just say, have fun.
Wait, they're buying. Are you saying they're like buying like Cooper's brew kits and just?
I don't know what it is, but like they get like just this stuff from this distributor. I'm pretty sure it's in New Zealand. They're not even supporting.
So they're just buying like they're just buying malt and like probably like hop extract and just dump it in a tank.
Something like that. It's like it just sits there and ferments for a while, and then they serve it to you.
They're buying it malted. What, like in Montreal?
Oh, that's what he
No, because that would be annoying and douchey. That would just be annoying and douchey and not popular. It'd be all those things. Yeah, no, that sounds unfortunate. So they're basically just doing tourist beers now. They're just doing cheap, really quickly.
You guys get tourists in North Bay?
They're not cheap if you want to buy them. And you know what, Nick? Fuck you.
They get.
Hey, I was a North Bay tourist once.
They get people who break down in North Bay, and they have to stay a while because it takes a while to get to the fucking gas station to find a tire for their car. So they break down. They break down in one gas station. It's like, well, I can send out for parts, but it's going to take 2 weeks to get here. So you might as well stay. We got a nice motel over here. The rates are pretty cheap.
Sound familiar, Nick?
That sounds very familiar. That sounds like Northern Ontario. I told Redbeard about the time my car broke down.
Oh yeah,
at Calgary.
Oh yeah,
got stuck for a week in Blind River.
Yeah, a little bit smaller, and a little bit more remote than North Bay. Yeah,
please,
a little bit.
Come to Yellowknife.
Yeah, I want to, but I'm not driving my car. It'll take forever to go around Slave Lake.
Yeah,
Just wait till it freezes and gun it.
Just gun it across the lake. Run out of gas, lose my car at spring.
They actually put in a nice road across Great Slave Lake.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's a fucking big lake.
Yeah. That's a lot of time.
It's open to the public, yeah? A lot of times those ice roads are only open to like truckers and stuff.
No, it's open to the public.
Nice. How much time does it shave off the trip?
I couldn't tell you. Please, I haven't left Yellowknife driving a car since I got here.
You haven't lived.
Crazy, not stupid.
Oh, you sneeze.
Chewy.
Seems like as soon as the
turns his camera
Christmas,
off. Oh my God.
Christmas season showed up, my Facebook just got like barraged by fucking different like Christian ministry ads.
Oh yeah.
For some fucking reason.
I've been reporting them all as
I haven't gotten anything like
I've
that.
been reporting them all as offensive.
Religion is kind of offensive.
So what the fuck's Greg doing? He's obviously not paying attention to his wife editing too much because he was at least in the goddamn chat.
Yeah, if you're watching right now, Greg, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, did he post the final Advent calendar video?
I don't know. I don't watch his channel.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should probably say something. I don't know if Sean really knows. Sorry, I don't want me to compare you to Greg ever. But I don't know if he knows the advent calendar that Greg has been doing. Like, there's the traditional like beer advent calendar where people will take the beer, review the beer of the day for the 24 days. What Greg has been doing 12 jackets of Christmas kind of thing. So he's been reviewing a new jacket every day. And the guys is that he's going to visit our other buddy, Ashley Sexton, who works at an outdoor mall in Niagara Falls in the Canadian winter.
Oh, Greg's the one with the orange jacket like 2 days ago?
Yes.
Okay.
I understand now. All right.
So today's the last day. So like it has to second. Did he go see Ashley? Like how is this going to work? Yeah, exactly. Because Ashley
going to work. I think he's going to fail us in all of our dreams.
Ashley wasn't working today, obviously, and like he can't unless they did it. Was Ashley working yesterday? Would we actually keep that quiet? I imagine.
I gotta be honest, guys. I was not invested in the storyline at all. I was just like, I don't care if he shows up at Ashley's fucking place of work wearing a coat or not wearing a coat. I
think it's really cool that he's like putting the effort. He's putting so much effort into this little random fucking joke that he's doing, basically.
I mean, either way, he's going to get arrested.
And the fact that, again, like, you know, we make joke about the wife and stuff, but like, cheers to you, Greg, if you're still watching, for having one hell of a supportive fucking partner. Like, I think this is awesome. She really is.
I don't know how
she lets him be a child. I mean, you know,
basically, yeah. She like not so much indulges, but I guess tolerates his ridiculous kind of like jacket collection and his shoe collection and stuff like that. Like,
I can't imagine owning that many jackets.
I have a few, but I
mean,
have
honestly, I think
at this point I've got I've got some that I could give away to people that I have no need for them, kind of thing. Like
honestly, I think there's something mentally wrong with Greg where he's got that many jackets. Like it goes beyond practicality.
Well,
something mentally wrong with Greg.
Yeah, like that's a completely different discussion from the jacket discussion. Like,
duh. It's just what I gotta say.
I don't feel like they're related. They might be kind of related, but I feel like the mental thing is like, you know, that's known.
I'm not judging, by the way. I'm not, you know, but I'm not putting him down. I'm just saying, you know, it's like,
I don't know. I love Greg, but I'm just saying
we love Greg and all his ridiculousness.
I'm not going to say love. I'm not going to throw that out there, but I'm just saying, it's like the jackets. It's like, wow, is he going to live long enough to get the use out of those jackets? And you got to assume he's going to add more to his jacket collection. Is he going to live long enough to get the proper use out of like 90% of his jacket collection?
On the upside, there's a good chance none of them will ever get worn out. So, like, when he dies, somebody.
Well, I don't think he's ever going to have kids, so like they're not going to get him.
Estate sale, somebody will get a good deal.
I guess maybe maybe he'll die and Agnes will remarry and have kids.
And then all those kids will, once they get to a certain size, they will never need another jacket again.
Or maybe they'll all just go to a homeless shelter. That would be the best thing for them.
Yeah, that would be a.
Agnes will ever have kids, but they like practicing for it. That's for sure.
Can you imagine being
now?
You're homeless and you get this like $500 Arc'teryx fucking jacket.
I mean, yeah, like that would be a like you show up at the fucking soup line or whatever some winter and they're giving out jackets or some shit, you know, like
give a homeless guy an Arc'teryx.
There's like 200 jackets and they're just giving out to the first 200 homeless people who show up or whatever, you know. Like,
and then then they find out how much it's worth and they kill each other because they want to sell it for drugs or something.
Oh, for drugs or something. Way to go, Redbeard.
I'm just saying.
Way to go.
A lot of homeless people
you know better than Dr. Dave.
Dr. Dave.
Oh,
you want to walk around the street, give a natty light to fucking poor people sleeping in the streets.
No, again, like I'm just, you know, a lot of people get into these situations and stuff and it sucks, but a lot of people are in these situations because they made some really terrible decisions and it's kind of on them a little bit. But, you know, I still do, if I'm asked to give a donation to help somebody or something, when I'm buying beer or something, I'm usually, put $5 down, you know.
I'm going to stop you right now, Redbeard, because this feels like it's going to get into one of your extended monologues.
No, I was done.
I was done. Racist.
I was done right there. I'm done.
Terrible you are.
I'm done.
And you're just going to you're going to go on and sound really terrible.
I know. It never comes. You know what? Your valid point you're making. That's why I was done.
There needs to be
when I do try to make these points, I generally do come off sounding a lot the opposite of what I'm trying to say. So I'm not arguing with you at all.
All I gotta say is like I wish Jamie was diligent enough to like make a note of every time you've done this, so he could make a compilation of you, like just your extended rants about like how not a terrible human being you are in different areas of life, and how every time you try to explain this, you just end up sounding like the worst human being ever.
Yeah. Again, you're. I have that issue. You're not wrong. It's annoying.
That would be an awesome compilation. I'm just saying, Jamie, in case, if you have the time over the holidays, Jamie, you want to go back through all these chats and find those, put them together.
I will flag that video so fast. Below the belt. I require.
Beer talks about how he's not quite in favor of killing children.
Oh, shit. I've had a malfunction.
Oh, I need more beer.
I just
noticed my Gateway City beer. Look, it's certified vegan. Ooh, it's vegan beer. No, this is Gateway City.
Oh, Gateway City. I still haven't had anything.
It's their anniversary beer. It's a Doppelbock. It was pretty good.
Doppler. All right.
What special things do you have to do to make sure your beer is certified vegan? Like, not have a chunk of meat floating in it, or
it's in glass? I don't know. It's really just a marketing term. I mean, nobody really uses.
I guess maybe technically, if it was like one of those beers that has like the beaver anus bladder in it for like flavoring or coloring or whatever the fuck it is, or the fish stuff. That
at this point, the beaver gland is basically a myth, because like nowadays it's so expensive to actually use that. It's basically only used in like the perfume industry now. Everything else is just chemicals and shit. But yeah, the whole Gateway City is kind of just weird with their whole vegan thing. Like you go there, they serve vegan pepperettes and like nuts and trail mix type thing. Because
the hell's a vegan pepperette?
I don't know. Apparently they're good. I have yet to try one because it's just so weird to me. They wanted to, I guess, in the summertime, like where they're located, they wanted to put a food truck in their parking lot. But that bar, that brew pub I was telling you about, Cecil's, the owner of that place, I guess, owns this new building that Gateway City is in, and will not allow a food truck on the premises. If they want food, like an actual like kitchen or anything like that, it has to be done through Cecil's, because the owner of Cecil's is that much of a kind of shiesty guy. Yeah, he doesn't want anybody competing with him. It's pretty ridiculous. No, it's a sad story. Like even last summer, the Moose, a bar. There's Cecil's is on downtown on Main Street, and just a little bit down is the Moose, another bar downtown. And the Moose wanted to put on a beer fest. They got Main Street closed down and all this stuff, and it was supposed to be a Friday and Saturday event. And on Friday, it was supposed to be like noon until 8 on both days or something. And on Friday, because of the Cecil's guy doing stuff at City Hall or something, their permits didn't come in until like 7 p.m. So the whole first day was just like screwed. It was shitty.
You realized, yeah. We got like vinyl records on the side of Back in Black. Oatmeal stout from Hammond River.
Ooh.
Which is definitely no Saint Amboise. But it's okay. What's she saying?
I think that's the most disappointed I've ever heard you sound for one of
Hammond River. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a major stand for fucking Hammond River.
Yeah, to the point where everybody's making fun of me for it.
Have you had anything from what's that brewery in Cape Breton? The
Big Spruce?
Big Spruce, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we've gotten Big Spruce here before.
Have you had the serial killer oatmeal stout?
I have.
Yeah.
4 years ago now, I guess. Picaroons put on the most amazing beer festival ever. and they had like I want to say 30 breweries from across Canada, 300 plus beer, and it was $1 per 4-ounce sample. Yeah, Pickering Brew Rash.
I missed those years.
So my wife and I actually went to both of them, and it was phenomenal. Like, it was an all-day event. The thing opened at like 11 o'clock in the morning. They had bands playing the whole day, and you could, as long as you bought your ticket, you got like a bracelet, and you could come and go as you wanted. So if you needed food, you could leave to go get food or whatever. But it was phenomenal, and Spruce River and the Octopus one, Boxing Rock, were both there from Nova Scotia.
Yes. But you've never had the serial killer from Big Spruce, Nick?
I've had it before.
Have you? Okay.
I had it on tap at the Maxwell Plum in Halifax. Actually, I was with Sean at the time.
All right.
Remember the time we went down for Halcon?
Yeah. That was a good time.
It was a good time. And I had a flight of Big Spruce beers.
There's something I can send you then.
Greg just put in the 101 chat that tomorrow is actually the season finale of Will It Sexton. So might be doing something. Might be going on Boxing Day.
Maybe.
That sounds right.
It's all about the box with Greg.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not. I'm gonna get more beer.
All right, you do that.
Yay!
You need a growler when you're sitting together with these type of things.
Yeah, growler beer. What time is it? 1:31. I just updated the thumbnail on that video I did with Sean months ago. It was an actual photo of the beer.
Well, now look at all the views.
It looks almost professional. The people in it aren't, but
No.
oh. What else am I going to say? I'm kind of curious. Like, when did I do the Big Spruce stuff? I think the only other beer I've had from Big Spruce, other than that flight, was Tag Your It, the IPA, which was 2018. So, do you remember? Do you remember the beer from Big Spruce that has the shark on the front eating a pine tree?
No. Not off the top of my head, at least.
Oh, and I had the silver tart too.
You're a silver tart.
Face is a silver tart. So I've had 6 beers from Big Spruce. Holy fuck. Has it been 5 years since Halcon?
Yeah, at least.
I can't believe it's been that long, man. Oh,
Remember, Hodor was still in the show at that time.
I know. We saw him there at Halcon.
Yep.
Oh. And now the series ended.
Yeah.
And what a great ending it was.
Oh, don't even get me started.
So bad.
Worst series ending ever.
For the level of like
not even like
the entire series, it was a big letdown.
The actual ending. But the whole last season as a whole, though, was just fucking a shit show.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So,
I mean, the whole series was so great over its entire run that the ending was substandard. It was a letdown. That
fell apart in a big fat way.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it was a bad ending, but it was definitely a letdown compared to how good the rest of the series was.
It was, in my opinion, the whole series was like the way that it kind of went down. Really kind of similar to Lost. Lost started out as such a fucking great show, and then by the last season, it just, we were dead the whole time, and all this is so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I never watched Lost.
Well,
you're not missing much. I haven't watched Lost since.
Yeah, I never rewatched it.
I haven't rewatched any of Game of Thrones since the ending.
I rewatched the entire series before the last season started, and I have no desire to ever do that to myself again. Get my hopes all up and then just be kicked in the balls like 8 times in a row.
I would have been happy if they ended the series even like with Arya killing.
Ended the series at the Battle of Winterfell. What was it called?
It was the Battle of. I don't know if it was the Battle of Winterfell because that was like the 3rd battle at Winterfell.
Even that scene though, like really, Arya just appears out of fucking nowhere, and she's the one that kills the Night King. Like that was, like they're just making her a fucking Terminator at this point. It was
everything led up to it though. Like if you actually watched Arya's character, all of her development went to that one point.
Mm. Yeah, but even the Night King as a whole, like that was completely basically just built up for nothing. Like, they built up for like the whole series. Like the first thing you see in the show is this crazy scene with people coming back to life and shit. Built up, put in the back, and then it's just, it's just stabbed. It's all done. That's it. Like there was such bullshit, man. That last season was just so, and even that episode itself, they couldn't have just turned the brightness up a tiny bit. Like that was so unnecessarily dark. Everybody did, but they shouldn't have had to.
I didn't complain about how bright it was. I watched it over at Justin's place on his projector, and it was bright enough there.
No, projectors are usually a bit brighter, so yeah. But like I had to
what was going
crank
on?
That shit up, and it was like, sure, they're going for realism and everything, but it's a fucking TV show. You want people to be able to see what's happening. Like, anyway, yeah, I could scream and rant about that for far too long.
And Lee never watched the series, so he's like wondering when we're going to stop talking about this nerd shit.
No, I saw like first 15 minutes of the first episode, and that was about it. Wasn't too into it.
I was pretty much hooked when they showed Sean behead the other guy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It took you a couple of years to actually get me into the series.
I had to give you the first 4 seasons on a USB, not once, but like 3 times.
Like 2 or 3 times, yeah. And then you actually forced maybe I was over at your place when Jen was away for a month or 2 or something like that, and you watched the first 3 episodes. I'm like, yeah, okay, now I'm watching the series.
I didn't start watching Breaking Bad until I think like season 4 or so.
Breaking Bad was such a good show.
Yeah,
I've watched a few episodes of it.
That's a case of a series that ended fucking well. That was an amazing finale. Like that's one of the best series finales I've ever seen.
Was the other show that I think was on the same channel? Weeds? You guys ever watch that show? Weeds?
Watched pieces of it.
I know of it.
I watched the whole series. That was a pretty decent show overall. It had some issues, but most shows have some issues.
I can't wait till they.
You know what other show had a really solid final ending?
What?
Dinosaurs.
The cart. What?
That was not something that should have. It was a fucking kids show, and they end it with like the fucking meteor. Like, yeah, that was traumatizing.
Like you saw it coming.
Yep.
Well, I think everyone wanted them to die, so they gave it to them. Gave it to the fans.
It was an interesting concept for like the first couple of seasons, and then they got to the point where they had a pet human and stuff, and it was just like, you're being pretty dumb now.
I don't remember the pet human.
They had a pet human at one point, and it was just really
terrible.
Yeah, like they got a bunch of devout Catholics or something writing the script, said humans and dinosaurs coexisted for sure. So dumb.
Many millennial.
Yeah. Like I would like to go just for shits and giggles to that stupid fucking Can Ham Ark exhibit thing they built, wherever it is in the States, where it's like they built this full-sized Ark using, of course, the most modern technology possible, not just a bunch of people, But yeah, they've got dinosaurs on the Ark, which is there's a couple videos on YouTube. It started with, I don't know if you guys ever saw this a few years ago now, Bill Nye and Ken Ham did a debate thing on YouTube.
I remember that.
And it was Ken Ham is just the most ignorant moron in the world. And then Bill Nye went to the Ark and got a full tour from Ken Ham, and you can watch that video as well, and it's really something to see.
Interview from a crazy person.
Oh, like
The fact that somebody could think something like that terrifies me.
yeah, and that just not just that, but the fact that they can think that with such conviction and are able to persuade other people to think along those bullshit lines. Like, where's your logical, constructive thinking gone to? Like, it's.
I mean, Ken Ham's a moron, but I don't think he's so much convicted as he is. This is where my money's invested, and this is how I make my money.
No, it's
suckering other people.
I'll give you that. But
He's got a very large base of people that he suckers into believing that shit, and
just like so many,
he just exploits them for money. Just no different than like a fucking Jimmy Swaggart or one of those.
The pastors that are like, if you want to go to heaven, you gotta buy me a plane or some shit like that. Like it's like you're a pastor. You're supposed to be doing God's work and living like just like you're supposed to be poverty or something like that. I think along with those kind of things in the Bible and shit. And I'm just gonna fly around in my private plane and then go to my mega church that can house 30,000 people, and it's disgusting. It's gross.
Welcome to the Holy Church, my brothers and sisters of the Pink Cadillac, where you need to give Jesus your money.
You ever see on John Oliver where they actually they started up a church on John Oliver? And I can't remember that all the money they got went to some anti-church thing or something. But John Oliver is fucking. He's so awesome at what he does. So good.
Last night on tonight. Or
last week tonight.
Yeah.
You're close. He's gone to like February right now, which makes me sad.
Yeah.
But when he comes back, they stay on for a while.
Yeah.
It's almost like every single week from February up until.
It might be like a break here and there.
Yeah, they take like I think that they take like a 1 month break at one point or something, but it's never this long.
Sure.
And then once they come back, man, like just the shit that he brings to light in such a great way.
Every week I have Crave with HBO, so.
Are you
on all this Trump impeachment shit?
Yeah, that's. God. Are you subscribed to the YouTube channel? Because every now and then they actually do web exclusives that are pretty good. So it'll just be like one maybe 10-minute clip on some random topic that they didn't do on the show. I think they put one out recently, like basically wishing happy holidays and then making fun of something. It's pretty good.
Something like that.
All right.
Well, it might have been there's that. Is it in somewhere in? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, unfortunately, I got to drop off, guys.
Oh, well, man.
Nice
meeting you.
Real life and dishes and all that are calling.
Good time, man.
Thanks for coming in, Sean.
Merry Christmas, all.
Cheers.
Tell Jen I said Merry Christmas as well. I'm
Will
pretty
do.
sure she does. And Puppy, of course.
Yep. Will do. I'll catch you later, Nick.
All right.
Gentlemen, have a great night. Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
So he's in Yellowknife right now? It's got to be like, so it's like what, 8?
3 hours difference. He's
3
directly above what Dan is.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm still getting religious fucking ads on fucking YouTube. I just reported another one for being misleading or a scam.
Yeah, Sean's been one of my best friends for years. So
really, it doesn't seem like he likes you that much.
Shut up. Like that with everybody.
Kind of felt like he secretly resented you.
No, you secretly resent me.
No, he openly resents.
I'm not secret about it. What are you talking about?
Ain't no fucking secret.
He resents you to your face, man.
I don't hide that from anybody.
That's good.
I don't like you. I'd fucking tell you I don't like you.
I can attest to that.
I'm not like those fucking pussy lipped motherfuckers on the other side of beer tube who fucking
Pussy lipped.
pretend and try to play nice. And can't we all get along? No, we can't get along, motherfucker.
Somebody needs to do that Photoshop with like Thomas Medal or something right now.
It's like you're a shitty little stooge or you're a fucking racist piece of shit. It's like, no, I'm not going to talk to you about beer and get along with you, you fucking asshole. Fuck you. Fucking
Ron Terry would be good too. A picture of him with pussy lips. That'd be so funny.
That'd be the first time pussy ever touched his fucking lips.
Ah.
Not Marie Devon. That doesn't count.
He seems like the guy that might.
They probably had missionary sex in Mormon underwear.
I feel like he's eaten at least a few cats in his life.
The only pussy he's eaten is actually
just hunted them down in an alleyway and just went to town.
What are we talking, Dr. No?
They put some of that in his head, gumbo.
They get together. That's how they go geocaching.
Kitty cat get jumbo.
Put a little bit of kitty cat in my gumbo.
They strap a GPS collar to the cat, and it's like, now we gotta go find it and eat it.
Catching gator hard. I'll get some kitty cat and put that in my gumbo.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Roger, the stream on St. Bernardus Christmas sale.
Yeah, motherfucker, started up as soon as I started up this stream. Took away like 3 of my 5 viewers.
He's been doing one almost every fucking day.
Yeah, stop it.
Trying to get his watch time up so we can get those ads going, I think.
Stop it, Rajay. You're too goddamn popular.
He's got the subs. I think it might be his watch time right now is why. I don't think he's monetized yet.
He needs to be.
He's got the sub. Was he over 1,000 now?
Oh yeah. You know who else over 1,000? I just noticed the other day. That fucking guy from No Hype Beer Reviews. The last time I looked at him, he was at like 500 subscribers. Now he's at like 1,200. Like, good for him, but holy fuck.
I guess the hype is real. It's actually there.
I didn't even think of that. That's awesome.
Even at 1,000 subscribers, still no hype.
Yeah, no, I mean, what I've been saying from the beginning, nobody on fucking BeerTube is making money.
Mm-hmm.
I like West Coast Nick and all, but you're fucking delusional if you think you're ever gonna turn this into some sort of thing where it's gonna make you money or it's gonna be something you can do.
It's such a niche category,
it's below niche category.
It's kind of why I throw the gaming streams in there. Little diversification on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
You would honestly be better off just doing fucking streams on Twitch.
I don't give a fuck. That's where I'm at.
I thought about it. I just I've got everything. I've set everything set up so nice for YouTube. I'd have to do it all again. It would take me hours tonight, but it's on me though. It's just me being lazy.
I got a sub tonight. Let me take a look who it was.
Ooh,
you gonna be their dom?
Dom Perignon.
Nick's gonna ask them for their address. We can send them a gift basket.
You gonna sub to me?
Drago Cavitas.
Drago Cavitas.
Oh, that was low tech. Different channel. I don't even know. Doesn't even say what usually gives you a notification saying so and so subscribe to your channel. But I have no idea. Just didn't give me an email on it.
YouTube's so weird now too.
It depends on the privacy of the person who subscribed as well, I think.
Yeah, it could also be like if somebody was subscribed to me before and reactivated their account, maybe.
G Plush killed fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
Once they did the changeover, it fucked so many people's accounts where it's they're you can see something on their account or you can't see something on their account, or they can leave comments or they can't leave comments. If you look back now, I was looking back on all my old YouTube videos from 2008, from the start. And it's all my replies and shit are kind of gone. And people's comments are gone. There was some sort of purge of fucking comments when they did the changeover with fucking G Plus, and then they destroyed G Plus, and
really
it's fucked up. Yeah, this is just the comment sections don't make sense anymore. You see replies from me to things that don't exist anymore, and It's just so fucked up. They fucked the beautiful thing up. They just fucked it up. Like YouTube was perfect for like a couple years. It was beautiful, worked perfectly. You could do video responses.
Oh, I miss the video responses.
Yeah, but people abused them, of course, right? Because people would go to a YouTuber who had like thousands of subscribers or millions of subscribers, and they'd make a video, and you would do a video response that actually wasn't a video response to their video, but it would get attention from like everybody watching that video, and then they'd go to your fucking channel, kind of thing.
Golden age.
Yeah, back in the day. But it's like that with everything. I know I've been hearing about Redbeard watches those channels. So what about Time Ghost? You hearing about stuff like them getting demonetized that they uploaded a new video on World War II?
I'm actually behind on that. I haven't watched that channel in a bit right now. But.
Another channel I watched, Simple History. They did a 2-part video series on the Iranian embassy crisis in the UK back in 1980, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And part 1 was demonetized like right after they uploaded it, and it said manual review, and they made a post about it, and it's just like, that fucking sucks. These guys put a lot of effort into the research they do in these videos on a cool subject that I actually want to watch, and it's and they're getting like 500,000 views on these things here, and they're not getting monetization for it. At this point, it's like, are you demonetizing these because they might have offensive content? Or are you demonetizing because it's a popular channel and you don't want to give them the money for it?
It's the content YouTube doesn't want.
Well, these days,
content.
channels like that these days are basically surviving because of sponsors and Patreons. Like that one channel I watch, Internet Today. It's like one of the funny kind of news channels I watch. If you guys don't know if Internet Today, highly recommend you check it out. It's a great channel. The 2 guys standing in front of a fucking nice, thank you. 2 guys standing in front of a camera, just talking about like the weird news of the week or stuff like that. And they'll have like 2 sponsors. There'll be like 2 minutes of sponsor shit in the middle of the video, and that's and it's easy enough to skip it because you just look at the little roll thing and see when it's gone and skip it. So I have no problem at all with that. Like I remember back in the day, people used to get mad if you had a sponsor, but it's like
people still do, man.
You need to fucking make money, man, and YouTube has made it so hard to do it without a sponsor that like.
Well, and here's the other thing, YouTube. Even if you're not a partner anymore or whatever, sometimes they just they'll monetize your fucking videos for themselves. They'll just stick ads in them anyway. So like if people come onto YouTube and watch your videos and they don't have ad blocker, they'll be watching your video halfway through and then they'll get some like weird ad. Like I get people every once in a while most of my videos now are not monetized at all, and people will come in and all of a sudden they'll be complaining about an ad that shows up, and it's like, it ain't me, man. It's fucking YouTube. They stick it in there. They just jam it in. It's like, get an ad blocker.
I could see
YouTube to go fuck themselves.
I could see if you're watching, if I was not me, and I put on a playlist of me, so I'm watching like nothing but me who's not monetized for like hours at a time or something. YouTube's going to be like, no, we need to throw some ads in between there or something. I can see that, but at the same time, it's like you're putting ads on my shit when I'm not supposed to be monetized. You shouldn't be doing that. That's still that's not cool. So
yeah, because on my channel, one of my most popular videos right now is I uploaded the full Iggy Pop, James Williamson Kill City album, because the original audio of it was not available anymore on YouTube. It had gotten like taken down or whatever. There's like a remaster out now that's shit. So I was like, well, this needs to be back up on YouTube. So I put it up there with timestamps and everything for the songs and everything. So, fan service or whatever. And I put it up there unmonetized. And then I got a bunch of people complaining halfway through the song. All of a sudden an ad starts playing. It's like, really? That's fucking YouTube, man. That's fucking YouTube. They stick it in there, and you need to get an ad blocker just to keep that shit off.
That's crazy. I remember I did a live stream a while back. Me and I think it was Marcel playing a board game or some shit. And I had some classic rock playlist on in the background. So a bunch of, and then I finished the live stream, and it came up and it was like, I don't remember the way they framed it. YouTube was like, basically, we can't, you no matter monetized or not, this can't be made public. Sorry. Like,
yeah. And man, they're little bots or whatever that catch this stuff. They're pretty fucking good, man. Like, they keep getting better because I keep getting strikes once in a while in old videos where their bots are so good now that they'll pick up like some background music or something or whatever, you know. And yeah, and it depends on who owns the rights, right? Because sometimes you get I think one of the biggest ones is there's this German company that owns a lot of rights to a lot of music where if they get a strike on your channel, they won't even bother monetizing it. They'll just like, this can't be heard in all these countries. And then it's like, okay, well, it can be heard in like Lower Slovenia, and that's about it.
I got a strike one time. I was at a beer festival, and there was a band playing a cover, I think, of a Billy Joel song or something. And I guess they sounded enough like him for the YouTube to be like, nope. I was like, okay, that's kind of dumb. The system's so dumb. You know the stuff that YouTube provides for you as a substitute, like, oh, here's our in-house music you can use that's royalty-free. People have gotten stricken for that, for using that music. You go back to my original of the first like year or whatever of me doing it. I always had that like do whatever Bach's or Beethoven's or whatever symphony. And yeah, I got a claim, and I wrote back and I challenged it, being like, this is in your fucking free call. This is in your library that you offer to creators for free, royalty-free music, and I'm getting a claim on it. Are you kidding me right now?
Also, and here's the most annoying one that I find is you'll play a piece of music, and so like for my podcast, for example, I don't monetize any of those because there's no chance in hell any of my fucking YouTube version of my podcast is going to get monetized because I got music in it, right? So, and I'm not editing it out. But every once in a while, you'll get like some like new metal group or rap group or something like that that's like sampled a piece of that original song, and you'll get a strike from their fucking music. It'll be like, no, this is copyright to them. No, it's not, motherfucker. This is the original song from the original artist that I fucking ripped and put in my fucking podcast. And you're giving me a fucking copyright strike on these, like this stupid ass rap band that no one's ever fucking heard of that sampled 30 seconds of it.
Like if you put Queen's Under Pressure in your music video, and then Vanilla Ice fucking copyright claimed you.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. This is a perfect example of how that works. And
it's so funny.
And here we go. Paul's calling out the Orchard Group. They're the motherfuckers that are totally fucking just taking advantage of YouTube's fucking, we're going to bend over and let you fuck us in the ass copyright system.
Well, if you guys watch that, if you watch
fuck you in the ass.
There's this Alinity, I think her name is. She was like, she gained internet fame, notoriety, I guess the word, I guess you'd say more or less. Mm-hmm. But I guess she was doing a live stream, and she was watching some PewDiePie videos. And PewDiePie was watching one of her videos in his thing or something like that, just doing one of his videos he does, like talking, like watching random videos and kind of making fun and stuff. And in her live stream, she's like, oh, I'm going to copyright claim him. Hey, can we copyright claim PewDiePie? And all this shit. And like, it just went down because like he did nothing wrong. It was all in like their free use parody type shit. But she's just like, no, I'm going to pay it. And I guess there was some company that was like paying her to do copyright claims on all as many videos as she could, basically. The whole system is so skeevy.
Yeah. Like it's totally designed for YouTube to cover their asses. That's all it is for. It's like they don't care about their actual content creators. They don't care about protecting them. It's all based around them covering their asses so they don't get sued by somebody. And so they let these companies walk in and like claim their copyrights on shit and just bend them over and fuck them. And unfortunately, the system is just so fucked that even again with the stuff they provide royalty free ends up blowing up in their faces because their system's so stupid they don't have enough people to actually monitor this shit. It's mostly automatic, so there's just always mistakes, and it just always fucks people.
Well, it's because it's not people. It's the algorithm. It's like it's AI. That's like YouTube's AI is at some point gonna like gain sentience and escape YouTube and fucking become Skynet or some shit. Like they've been working on this AI for years and years, trying to get it to be like the most perfect way to make creators happy, and like and all YouTube is basically just like it's all the ever since the late night show, and everybody's like Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel and all them have like they get so many views on YouTube. I'm sure a lot of people like myself, I only watch them on YouTube. I don't watch the Jimmy Kimmel show or whatever.
Stephen Colbert, I only watch on YouTube.
Yeah, like who is Seth Meyers? His a closer look series he does. I watch like every single one of those, but I never watched the full show. It's like it's crazy how they're more YouTube famous than a lot of YouTubers. It's sad.
Well, I mean, YouTube wants to be TV. So that's why they've been that's why they've been sort of like slowly pushing everybody off their channel that's an original creator. And, they've been cultivating certain ones that they've tried to make like, semi to super professional. But for the most part, they're trying to push other people out of the money stealth like they've been trying to push them out and try to make YouTube TV is what they're doing. Like YouTube Red, that's specifically trying to make YouTube TV.
Well, they have like
yeah.
There's actually the one show I watched the first season of, and I actually recommend it. It's pretty goddamn good. It was called Impulse, and it was a YouTube original TV show that I thought you can watch like the first episode for free or something like that. Then you're supposed to go YouTube Red. But I was like, first episode, hello Pirate Bay, thank you, and watch the whole thing. And it's all about this like teenage girl who can randomly teleport, and like it's actually pretty goddamn good. And I think a second season might have came out. I need to watch that.
Here's my big question on this one: when she teleports, does her clothes teleport with her, or do they stay in the original spot?
They go with her, unfortunately.
Well, fuck. Because I'm all about like teleport into nudity.
There's so many. I've never seen that done, but it makes sense. But like other things, like when like superheroes, like was it Iron Man 3 was a great example of that. We talked about it, I think, when we did the podcast. How at the end, like Gwyneth Paltrow's character, she falls into an inferno, a fucking like sure she's got the whatever. What's the fucking power in that movie that they have?
Oh yeah,
I want to say Infernus but
whatever
it's called. She has that. Yet her clothes are just somehow completely unburnt, totally unburnt.
Yeah, and it's like Gwyneth Paltrow's a redhead in that fucking film series. I want to see her naked, dude.
I'm almost 100% against her as a person.
Yeah,
but, as far as a pretty sexy lady goes. Yeah, she's a pretty sexy lady.
Yeah, no, she's fucking crazy, and no one should ever listen to anything she has to say outside of a movie.
That Goop website where they were selling a rock that you're supposed to put into your vagina and hold it in there to strengthen your muscles all day long or something. What the
fuck?
Yeah,
it's so fucking. She's crazy. Like she takes the Oprah, like how Oprah had all these like holistic cure stuff she was promoting and all this bullshit. She takes it like to a whole other level where it's just like absolutely fucking batshit insane pseudoscience bullshit.
Yeah, whole new level of batshit crazy.
And I'm pretty sure she actually probably doesn't believe half of this shit. She's just like a really evil bitch who just uses this shit for money. But I'm still saying like. Pepper Potts version of Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm into that.
Yeah, no, agreed.
And Paul says, good question, Lee. What horseshit? Yes, I'm good with random naked women showing up out of thin air. Exactly. Like, I mean, if you have teleport powers, why should those apply to your clothes? Because it feels like it's like some sort of innate mutant ability that's like within your physicality. So it should just be your body teleporting. So like a really hot chick decides to teleport for the first time, shows up in your bedroom to say hi. She wasn't expecting her clothes to be gone, but they're gone. And there you go.
Something always kind of bugged me in the X-Men, Mystique. when she transforms back into her blue form, whatever, she's naked, but for some reason she has no nipples and no visible vag somehow. I don't know. But yeah, then she transforms into somebody and she's transformed parts of her body into like clothes. Really?
Yeah. Is squirting a superpower? I'm still, I think the jury's still out here. Is squirting just women projectile pissing, or is it like actually women ejaculating because they're coming? I'm still on the fence on this one.
I would give more props to Winona Ryder's animated character in the South Park movie for her her powers with the ping pong balls.
So I've never made a woman squirt, so I can't attest to whether it's just pee or actual like vaginal juices.
Either way, wash your fucking bed after that happens.
Well, yeah, I mean porn. I mean, if you go to Pornhub, they're all telling you, "Oh no, this is just pussy cum, just flying everywhere." Like that's what that is. But I'm kind of thinking like, no, that kind of looks like they're just peeing a lot. Like that kind of looks like that's what that is. But, I don't know.
Pretty proud. I'm impressed. I'm sure Greg didn't do any of that. Agnes probably did it all, but his wings look decent.
Yeah.
We had like our
Pia Bruce, she wants people's money.
Yep.
Piss or not, give it all to me. And I mean, if you're into that, then that's just like great. I'm not going to shame anyone who's into piss sex, golden showers and all that stuff. If that's your thing,
it's
great.
I don't know if
fetish is a fetish.
I don't know if you guys have heard of Lindemann. It's the lead singer of Rammstein, and there's a band called Pain. I don't know that guy's name, but also the lead singer of that band came together and have a band called Lindemann. And there's a song called Golden Shower, and it's pretty great. And actually, if you haven't heard of them, there's a couple videos. Fish On. There's a bunch of boobies in that video, so if you want to watch that on YouTube, watch it and see some boobies. And it's
mute it.
It's a pretty fucking great tune as well. In my opinion. Like we have different musical tastes. Although your taste in metal is definitely well, again, that's just one. That's one band. I like a lot of different. I like a lot of.
I'm not in the Rammstein either. I'm not.
It's in English, so it's kind of different. It's still his voice, but the music it's more on the Pain side of things. If you haven't heard the band Pain, then they're kind of an industrial metal band, a little bit, I guess I'd say.
Outside of like Ministry, I'm not really into industrial.
Again, check it out. I've seen some like on the Facebook when you do like the random music posts. Like some stuff you'll put there I like, some I don't like. You know what I mean? Music is it's subjective. I'm not not saying like your taste of shit or anything. I'm just saying it's not like when it comes to metal, especially. I'm probably more of a Nazi than half the bands that Paul listens to when it comes to metal. So let's put it that way. I'm like there's specific kind of metal that I like, and outside of that, like when some of the stuff like Paul links, and if he's into it, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's cool. Whatever he likes, he likes. But like the black metal stuff where it's just a bunch of screaming, grunting idiots running around with corpse paint on their faces and looking silly in their videos. It's like, no. That's one that for me, like basically screamo or like anything where there's a couple bands I listen to where you can't really understand what they're saying, but the music is really good. But overall, I like to understand the words and have just a good solid beat to it. And again, like Sabaton, I just discovered them recently, and I don't know what it is about them, but I'm a big fan of them.
Yeah, to each your own,
Yeah. Like, name off a couple of your favorite bands, metal wise.
Metal wise, well, Motorhead.
Okay,
right off the bat.
Actually, with that in mind, do you know of the band Emigrate?
No.
That's the lead guitarist of Rammstein's band. There's two like offshoot Rammstein bands. Emigrate's been around for a while, and on I believe the second album of Emigrate, there's a song that he did with Lemmy of Motorhead, And I feel like it was one of the last things Lemmy recorded before he died, because he died really recently after that.
Yeah, it was 2015 Lemmy died.
Yeah, like the throat cancer, I think it was. Eh?
Yeah, age 69 or 70, something like that. Yeah,
it's crazy. If I got a Motorhead, they're one of those bands that I like a few of their songs. A few of their songs I'm not a big fan of, but I have no problem at all with the band overall. So, I'm with you on that one a little bit.
Yeah, I like Motorhead. I like fucking I like Sabbath, mostly early Sabbath, like the Ozzy albums.
So you're more overall of like a classic metal guy than it sounds like.
Yeah, and I mean, Chris Peters would disagree with me here, but I consider like bands like Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin kind of like our metal.
Oh, for sure,
in a certain way.
Like nowadays they'd be classified under hard rock. But back then they basically introduced the world to this, like Deep Purple, especially like some of their did Highway Star, right?
Yep.
I fucking love that song. That was on one of the I think it was either a Guitar Hero or a Rock Band, and I used to fucking kick ass singing that song. It was so much fun.
It's on Grand Theft Auto 4, the expansion, the biker expansion or whatever.
I never played that. I only ever played. Was it different music depending on the expansion you played?
Yep.
I only ever played. I don't think I've ever even finished, but I only played the Ballad of Gay Tony.
Yeah, the biker one there. It's like the radio has all different music. Like,
that's funny. Those were actually like that game overall was a fucking masterpiece. You had to basically like if you're running on your PC. You had to basically mod the shit out of it to make it run properly. But once you made it run properly, it was so good.
And it's like as far as like I like Metallica's first 2 albums. Not into their later stuff necessarily all that much. I kind of like their Black Album a little bit, but not really my thing for the most part. I liked like Pantera when they got into like their more heavy stuff and where they weren't doing their hair metal or whatever, because most people don't realize that Pantera was actually a hair metal band before they came out with like their first couple of albums that hit it big in the 90s. And I like early Sepultura, and that's probably about as hardcore as I get with metal. It's like probably like the first couple of Sepultura albums.
Have you heard of the band Avatar?
No.
No, I write these down. Like I just check out a couple songs by them. They're one of those bands where the guy kind of screams, but when he's screaming, you can still basically understand what he's saying, and then he'll go from that scream to this like he's got this beautiful like melodic kind of nice voice when he wants to as well, and just their live show and stuff. He dresses up almost like this like circus. What's the conductor of a circus called? Not a conductor.
Ringleader.
Ringmaster.
Kind of like that, but with like this crazy kind of clown paint on his face.
Yeah.
And it's just they're really, really, really good band.
I think my favorite modern metal band though is probably Electric Wizard.
You know what? I've not heard of them. I'm gonna write them. Actually, I'm gonna put.
They're stoner metal.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right up Redbeard's alley.
There's a band that I found called Bongzilla a while ago. They're kind of would you say it was called? Sorry,
Electric Wizard. They're big time stoner metal, and they have a bit of a Black Sabbath bent to them. I mean, they take Electric Wizard basically, and a lot of their like fonts and stuff they use for their band shit is all basically taken from like Black Sabbath, Master of Reality.
Okay, cool. But yeah, like I've been collecting MP3s since like when I was back in high school. I would be on Merc. I don't know what the M stood for, but it was Internet Relay Chat, and it was just like this program you opened up late at night, obviously, because you had to use the modem and stuff, and parents are sleeping, and you'd go into these like little chat rooms, and people would have MP3s, and you'd log on to their file server thing, and you could see their files, and you'd have to upload a file or two. And there'd be a ratio. Like I upload 1 file, I could download 2 or something like that. And yeah, like there's like not my musical taste, if you like look at my collection of MP3s, is incredibly all over the place. I love a lot of classic rock, like pretty much all the classic stuff you're saying. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm down. And then also a little bit of like I like a nerdcore, like MC Front a lot, nerdcore rap. It's like rapping, but about nerdy shit. It's randomly really good. And then like Mindless Self-Indulgence are kind of like this crazy electronic. I don't even know how to describe that band, but and then to all the weird German shit I listen to with bagpipes and stuff, and there's a whole lot of stuff, man.
My taste in rap is pretty fucking schizophrenic, I guess, probably.
Well, again, I like MC Front a lot, and then there's a band called Hollywood Undead, and they're almost like it's like metal music, but then there's just guys rapping to the metal. Instead of just like my main thing with hip hop that pisses me off when it's like the same 2 or 3 second beat again and again and again. And the ones I listen to mainly it's actual music that people are rapping to, kind of thing. And I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Because I like the Beastie Boys. I like Run DMC. I like Bismarcky and stuff like that. In some early like actual hip hop and stuff that first early sort of proto stuff.
Beastie Boys are along the line of what I was like. A lot of their songs are them rapping to actual. There's an actual band playing back there. It's not just one guy on a turntable. Kind of shit.
That's why I like. That's why I like fucking. And I'm sure like a hip hop purist would like shit on me for this, but I really like Beck's fucking hip hop. Like I like Beck's albums where he starts doing like fucking hip hop, and he's got an actual band backing him up and playing, and he's just this dumbass Scientologist white boy fucking doing hip hop. Which is
Beck a Scientologist? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he is.
I've never been like I know like his kind of like tune like what is it? I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you kill me? And then like 2 turntables and a microphone, like his main.
Where it's at.
Never really been big into him, but I never knew he was a Scientologist.
I'm a huge Beck fan.
I know that actually. I knew that of music. There's a band I listened to called Clawfinger that I think they're basically retired now. They haven't released a new album in a while, but they sing all these, and the guy basically is like a white guy kind of rapping to the music, but it's like a metal band behind him, and like they do this one song. It's actually the song that I think that the first one I heard was Biggest and the Best, and then I found I think that album, and there's a song on that album called, I'm not going to say the word, but it's the N-word. That's the name of the song.
What word's that, Redbeard?
And the whole song is
Greg
like
was on here, he'd tell you.
The whole song, like the chorus is them just saying N-word, 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 N-word. But like the whole like that, it's like God damn my man. You see, I can't understand why you'd want to say N-word to your brother, man. Talking black pride, then you call yourself an N-word. Don't bring yourself down because it just don't figure out. It's like it's him rapping. It's like it's an anti-racial song, but like it's not something you want to like play cranked up driving down the street kind of thing, because that the chorus is
people are going to take it the wrong way.
Yeah, but the band in itself, like there's so many songs that have like these kind of underlying tones to them, and it's just like about like privileged society living in their houses with dogs on guard and stuff, while the other people are living in the alleyways and stuff, and they're just a really great. I don't know. I've liked them for that again back in high school when I first heard them, so they've been around for a long time.
And I like Wu-Tang Clan. I like most of RZA's stuff that he does outside of that for like movie soundtracks. And also they're not really a rap group, but there's this group from England called Sleaford Mods that they do sort of their lyrics almost come off as spoken word, and they got like a sort of a rap aesthetic to like their backing music and all that shit. But very good.
There's the European. I'm pretty. They got to be from Europe because the accents. But they're kind of it's like almost like they're rapping to dubstep, and it's a really different. They're called Hadouken, Street Fighter Hadouken. That's the name of their band, and they're actually pretty fucking. The one video I can't think of the name of it. The one video is just like it's a guy dressed as a mouse or something, and a guy dressed as a cat or something, or a rat maybe, chasing each other all across the street, and they get in this giant brawl, and it's just this. It's incredibly enjoyable to watch, but it like doesn't nothing to do with the music kind of thing at all. But like, have you ever seen the video for Bangarang by Skrillex, where the kids rob the ice cream truck, and then like it shows the kids robbing the ice cream truck. I'll do all this like Home Alone type shit to rob this ice cream truck.
Sure.
And now and then they're
I
adults.
don't have to watch anything from Skrillex, so
Now they're adults, and then they're actually like robbing a bank kind of thing. And so some Skrillex stuff, I'm a fan. Like the Bangarang is a great fucking tune. It's got that the guitar riff in there. It's if you never heard it, Nick, I recommend at least checking it out. Even if you're not a fan of Skrillex, it might a lot of Skrillex is.
I'm just not a fan of Skrillex.
Well, no. Well, he's an odd guy. Cheers. He's an odd individual, and again, but and in this video, he's nowhere to be found. It's the same kind of thing where like it's just like they made this video of these guys doing this stuff, and some of the music cues obviously line up with stuff in the video, but aside from that, Skrillex is nowhere to be seen in the video. So, and the guy that plays the ice cream truck driver is just he hams it up so well. It's good. It's good stuff. Is it satisfactory now?
Yeah, I am just cracked open a can.
Oh, what'd you get?
Guess who? Hammond River. Oh, Hawaiian.
Oh,
Pale Ale.
does it have like? Is there pineapple in there? I'm assuming
it's their pineapple pale ale.
That pineapple IPA I had from Sawdust City recently in my order I got from them was probably the first really pineapple forward pineapple beer I've ever had. Usually the pineapple flavor is so muted in those beers.
Well, this is pineapple and pine forward, so it's actually really nice. This is one of my favorite beers from Hammond River.
I've never ever heard of that even before.
Hawaiian Pale Ale.
Yeah.
First time I ever bought a growler of this, I drank the whole thing in one sitting. Like it was I think it was a full size growler, and I don't even think I got it out of my chair. It was just so good.
Like there's I want to say Spearhead somewhere here in Ontario. They make a Hawaiian Pale Ale.
Yeah, they do.
And it's really not very impressive.
Yeah.
Again, like you see pineapple on the fucking thing. You want pineapple in the flavor. And most of them just fail to deliver that. I don't know if it may be one of those flavors that you need to add a shit ton to a beer to make it taste good. That looks nice. Look at you in your proper glassware. What just happened to your lighting? That was weird.
Oh, it's just the exposure adjustment.
It completely changes the color of the beer. That's crazy.
Well, what I think is going on is that the closer I move the logo to the screen, white balance picks up. Like this is what the beer actually looks like. But as I move it back, the orangey lights in the room.
Oh, is that what it
start to normalize, and it gets more amber.
Right there, that color I think looks awesome. That's like a bright red. Then you bring close, it's like, well, that looks not nearly as cool.
There's more white in the frame, so I can get a proper white balance off of it.
That makes sense. See, you know this kind of shit. I would never. I'm just like, what the fuck?
That's weird.
So wise. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite beers. The other beer from Hammond River that I like the most is Gammy, which is their steam ale, their California Common.
Okay. Which
really isn't a beer that I like. I like California Commons, but it isn't really a beer that I would really gravitate to for any other reason. It's well done. It is.
Yeah, like I've had that style.
As much as Leah likes the Propeller Common, I like the Hammond River Commons much better.
I've had a few of those, and they're just kind of like one of those more or less generic lager, pilsner, cream ale, fucking.
They kind of are.
Yeah, but I've had a couple that are decent. Just like I've had tasty beers of every one of those styles. It's just for me, more or less, they're a little bit of a boring style. You know. Did you get anything cool for Christmas?
What did I get for Christmas? I got a new beard trimmer. That's cool. The other thing I got for Christmas was this, which is the 20th anniversary reissue of Radiohead's OK Computer.
That's cool and all, but I honestly fucking detest that band. I'm not a fan of them at all. But you know what? No, again, like it's subjective, man.
I love Radiohead. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like it, that's all that matters. That's cool.
Yeah. Well,
I pretty much can't stand them. I hate that band.
Lee probably have a better opinion of it.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, it was like the reissue came out a couple years ago. I had Radio OK Computer already, but my copy of it, disc one's got a slight warp to the start of it, and which is I think audible. I can't. It's been like 6 years since I played that record, and of course the other part of it is this one here has got like a third record inside, which has got like all kinds of unreleased tracks and stuff.
Ooh.
So yeah, and of course it's completely remastered by Radiohead and not by Capitol Records. So I figured like it was a collection I would love to have, and I was looking for ideas for something to get for Christmas, and because the parents were looking for a Christmas list idea. So I'm like, okay, not okay from Radiohead.
Nice. I got my cool metal Iron Man that I'm pretty sure I showed you before you went on your thing.
Oh yeah,
and then
the Hallmark keepsake.
I got a random Dean Koontz series of books I didn't even know existed, and I got a cordless heated beard straightening brush. It's pretty fucking cool.
Nice.
And that's basically it. It's all about the kids now. There's a niece and a nephew, so everybody buys stuff for them. Like I don't know if you were here when I said that. My niece Starling, who's I want to say 5 now, like it's Christmas, and my sister is trying to get her to like, you know, she's trying to like get this thought into her head. A lot of kids don't get much for Christmas. You have got like 85,000 Barbies in your room. Can you give some away? And she's like, no, I don't want to share. They're my birthday Barbies, and I want to have big parties with my Barbies. And eventually they got her to get rid of some shit. I don't think she got rid of any Barbies, but they got her to give up some like old toys that she had. And then today on Christmas, she got at least 10 more fucking Barbies.
Holy shit.
Like, I think she got like Aladdin and Jasmine and Ariel and Ariel's fucking boyfriend guy, and then like 3 other Disney princesses and like 4 other Barbies, and it's just fucking, oh my God.
Jesus.
And then she's playing with them, and my nephew, who's like, I think like 1.5 or so right now, is trying to kind of grab them and play a little bit too, and she's like, she just freaks right the fuck out. Yeah. Like I'm almost sure, like she's only 5, but I'm pretty sure there's some fucking bipolar going on there or something, man. Because she goes from like the happiest kid in the world to just stomping out of the room, screaming and yelling at the drop of a fucking hat, man. It's insane. Like, just absolutely nuts. And it's funny too. My nephew, he was, I don't know, for whatever reason, just terrified of me all day, today and yesterday. Sometimes. Like, it was scary Uncle Kerry. He has a beard. And so I'm just like, screw you, kid. And I grabbed him and started like flying around the room with him kind of thing. And he was like crying and laughing at the same time. And then and I stop and he sees it was me. And the way his face changed from a smile to like the look of the utmost terror and the scream that he let out was just, I just laughed in his face and held him off to somebody. I just like, and gave it to my sister. It was so funny.
Nice. Oh, there's Fuckface. Fuckface is coming back. Piece of shit.
What the hell, Nick?
Hey, Lee. Welcome back.
What the fuck? Jesus. So, you got to rewatch like the last 30 seconds of that while you came in there, buddy.
Redbeard.
Why? What happened?
Nick's drunken belligerent apparently.
What did he say? Did he say something awful about me?
It's the Hammond River talking.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! The subject.
I don't care. I don't care what your excuse is. I want to know what was said.
Well, it's actually got a canning date.
This basically called you a piece of shit a few times as you walk.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Right.
Because you do it to me.
That's a joke.
The only difference is I'm not joking.
Oh, maybe I'm not
shit.
either.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh shit! Oh shit!
shit!
Hi.
Oh shit! Speaking of pieces of shit, does this mean that you uploaded the other episode?
What's that?
Does this mean you uploaded something?
No, my wife is still editing it. She's doing a lot of editing work on this one, so it's taking a while.
So in other words, it just means you finished your wings.
Yes, it does.
Damn it!
And they were delicious.
So
How you doing, Greg? How was your Christmas?
Oh, my Christmas was good. Had our big Polish family gathering yesterday, and everyone liked the little dog, and he was tired and slept for like 15 hours afterwards. And then we had basically like kind of a leftoverish dinner with my parents today. And it was good. Nothing super exciting, but good.
Yeah, awesome.
So.
Hey, I meant to ask, Greg, what software is your wife using for editing your videos?
I'll ask her. Hang on. It's a free program.
Really?
Really? Looks pretty good for a free program.
I was gonna say I'm damn impressed by that.
Probably like a Vegas Pro clone or something.
It's called InShot. It's a free app. She just uses on her phone.
She does it on her phone.
Yep.
Wow.
Really?
Okay, so that's why it, like, because I was wondering like the edits are cool and everything, but she's done so many at this point. I feel like it's basically just like Nick and I were talking about last night, where it's like to cut the old stuff out, put the new stuff in, and render. But if she's doing it on her phone, then we were talking about like, why is it taking her so long to do these editing? But like, can she?
She's doing it on an iPhone.
Can you don't have an iPad to at least let her have a bit more? Like, I feel like that's got to be the most terrible thing in the world, editing a video on a phone. Like all the props to her though.
She doesn't mind doing it. She just takes her time to think about it, to try to think if it's funny or not. But yeah, I mean, it's not the best. She has an iPad, but it's a bit older, so it's
okay.
I don't know. She prefers to use her phone.
No, fair. I had no idea that was being done on that. That is really actually impressive. It's like, I was already impressed that your wife is doing this for you. That's damn impressive on its own.
Well, she actually enjoys doing it because she wants to get into more video editing. So for her, this is practice that she enjoys doing. We originally, when I started doing these videos, it wasn't the intention to actually have all the captions and shit. And then she just started editing, and we were like, oh well, it'd be kind of funny if you just started insulting me. So it kind of was just.
No. I love how all of Redbeard's compliments are all like super backhanded.
Yeah.
Because first off, he's like, "Oh wow, that's amazing that your wife is capable of doing this in the first place." Because
I never even insinuated that at all.
The idea that a woman could do this is
burn in hell.
And on an old iPad, holy shit! I'm fucking amazed that she can even manage to travel, go through an old iPad and make this happen. And wow, she does those captions.
You know what? Agnes
knows woman does those captions.
Agnes knows I love her. You burn in hell. I need more beer.
So I'm just hearing that he's now sexist, Beard.
He's a misogynist.
Misogynist, Beard. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just like. Yeah, Agnes has skills. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and go, "Wow, very good for a woman." I'm very, very well done for a woman. That's
burn in hell.
Yeah, Redbeard's whole thought is like for her gender, she's doing really well.
Fuck you!
For somebody that doesn't have a penis, not bad.
Going back to something that I was talking about Redbeard before you got back. This is what I got for Christmas this year.
What'd you get?
Final release of OK Computer, the 20th anniversary, 3 LP set.
I don't know what that is, but I'll assume it's
a Radiohead album.
Yeah,
like a new one.
Probably the best album that Radiohead ever did. But it was like released 22 years ago. And
it's
got a bunch of
that's their transition album. That's the one where they said like either you really like us or you really don't.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in the second half of that category myself.
But this is where like they were basically leading the music industry at this point. They were the cutting edge at that when they released that.
Yeah, no, that's a good album. I like that album.
Very good album. But it has like an extra record with all kinds of like unreleased tracks and stuff. So it's
look at that, Nick. Cool, you were right. You were right.
Want to come up here, buddy?
Because like,
see, well, Redbeard hates Radiohead, so he wasn't impressed.
He showed it when you were gone, and he was like, "Well, Redbeard doesn't like it. Leo'll like it then." And yeah, you did. So
do you hate Radiohead as much as you hate women and their ability to be equal to men in society?
I'm gonna go with more because I don't hate that. I don't hate that other thing at all. God damn you!
Because I mean the way you've run down Agnes in this thing in the last 5 minutes is just like appalling, dude.
It's appalling that's what you got from it. That's how I'm taking it right now.
Well, I mean, that's the way you articulated it.
No,
what's really appalling is
I was
that
like, holy shit, it's awesome that she's doing this on your fucking phone.
Appalling
I never said anything about
misogynist.
Nick, why you got to jump on that train? Like, why always got to ride these Nick? Always. You're just
like,
saying,
all it sounds like is like, wow, she really did that, and you didn't help her.
Wait, she did that, and she has a vagina, really?
Yeah. See, Nick.
Wow, I didn't know she could do things for herself.
Like Greg, you didn't show her how to use. You didn't show her how to use the iPad, Greg. Wow.
No.
How did she learn that? Like, do you have like another male friend who
to do
showed her how to use it?
She's not cooking or cleaning.
Well, she finished all that already.
It's like,
and made me a sandwich.
Does she have another male friend who showed her how to use an iPad?
I mean, maybe her father did. I don't know.
Like, what man bought that for her in the first place? Like, I'm surprised she even has one.
See, the best part is anybody coming in now is not getting the context at all, and you're just looking bad. So I'm fine with that.
Oh shit!
I don't have a reputation, so I don't care.
Let's be honest. If we were going on a racist Nick rant, we'd all jump on the bandwagon. So
fuck you.
we're on the sexist Redbeard bandwagon too. Why not?
I feel like I don't jump on those wagons, and with the way that was just jumped on towards me, I probably should, kind of thing. A little bit of vendetta.
Every time you keep backtracking and start trying to like, I mean, we got into this before, but you know, every time you keep trying to like explain yourself more, it's just like the wagon.
It's just like, me digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper, and
like the Indians have killed the wagon driver, and that wagon is just going off like on its own at this point. It's just like wild.
And there's flaming arrows in the side of it. It's gonna burn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get you. I agree. Yeah. Again, like, yeah.
Redbeard, you are a man who should choose his words carefully. That's all I gotta say.
Just listen to things before like this. Maybe think out the whole speech in my head before it comes out the mouth, kind of thing.
The best way I think anyone can describe Redbeard is you are a man with the best of intentions, but the most fucked up execution.
Yeah, it is.
Execution was the word I was thinking of.
Yeah, the best of intentions executed so very poorly. Yeah. I'll give you that. It happens.
But it's okay. We know you don't hate vaginas that much.
No, I just they're just elusive these days. I don't know. Although, like I think I was telling Nick, it was Monday night. Me and my boss and the sales manager and two other guys I work with went out for kind of our staff party, just basically going for dinner at the one bar in town. And my boss decided that the one our server, who's pretty cute, he's like, well, I'm just going to bring it upon myself to ask for her number in the most embarrassing way I've ever seen possible, right in front of me. And yeah, she just got out of a relationship, focusing on school right now is what she said, but I don't know what the fuck. Yeah. And so my boss left, and I was just like, I don't even know how to begin to apologize for that. Like, that was...
What did he say that was so bad?
Well, it's like talking me up a little bit, like, well, we're a VGL group, we're Clean Your Hood fans in here. Like we ate our food, and he had realized he forgot to order his wife some wings, so everybody else left, and him and I were sitting at the bar waiting for the wings. I had a beer.
Have you met Redbeard?
I had a beer, which randomly the bartender guy who knows me as Redbeard let me have for free. It was cool. And then
Shocking.
And then, so again, my boss like, he's like, do you have a phone number that I can share with my friend, my worker here, and kind of thing? It's just like out of the blue, and I'm just sitting there like drinking I almost spit my beer out, just like look, oh, like what the fuck, dude? Are you serious right now? And yeah, it was really embarrassing.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But if it had gone well, I wouldn't have, like she was cute, but yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, if suddenly you were 6 inches deep in vagina, and then you'd be okay with it. But
Yeah,
five
I mean,
and a half. I'm not gonna. I don't want to.
I mean, that's the dividing line, really. It's like it's either like really great because it actually happens, or it's like, no, you shouldn't have done that. Like you shouldn't have. Like, would you fuck this sad virgin? Like, because that's how it comes off.
If he had actually said that, oh, that would have been a story.
I mean, that's how those situations tend to come off. It's like, hey, do you have a phone number for the sad virgin here, just in case?
Well, then what do you do? Actually, and on top of this, when he was done, he finally got his food and everything. He's like, "Oh, here's the business card. His number's on the back." And I was like, that's. I'm not expecting a phone call there at all.
No,
no. The funny thing is, if she actually believed you were a virgin, there's plenty of women out there that would just be like, "I want to deflower that."
Oh yeah, that's definitely a thing.
I can have both of those.
Yeah, but it only works
like
once. Well, I guess unless you lie.
Well, it only works once per woman.
Well, who's the band?
Well, you see, that's the thing. The dude can lie about it. The woman can't.
Who's the rapper guy or something that said like his daughter's 18 now, and he brings her to the doctor every year to get her hymen checked or something to make sure she's still a virgin. It was this big.
I heard that story. I don't remember who it is.
Yeah, it's some big kind of famous rap guy that like I'm pretty sure lost a lot of fans. Again, that's like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, how is your daughter agreeing to that? First off, that's so fucked up. So fucked up.
That's a super insecure man. Is what that is.
Probably like, hey, do you like that vast amount of money I give you all the time? Yeah, you got to do this if you want it.
Yeah, even then, that's a pretty fucked up thing to do as a father, man. I can't imagine. Like I can kind of imagine, the imagination's a thing we have. If I had a daughter, I would want to keep her safe from guys, but at the same time, it's like eventually, people are gonna do what fucking people do. Like, you're actually gonna lock your kid up and like you go to school, but I gotta watch you the whole time you're there too. Like, you gonna put a fucking GoPro on her kid or something. Like,
no, teach your fucking children responsibility.
There was an episode of Black Mirror actually about that.
If they're gonna fuck, let them teach them to be responsible for fucking.
Have you seen Black Mirror, Lee?
I've seen Black Mirror. Yeah. So
the episode where as a kid, the parent got this thing put in that blocked the kid from like seeing bad shit.
Yeah.
So whenever like it would like blur it out, and then at one point the mother like turns it on when the kid's older and like sees just as the kid's about to do her first time kind of thing. And yeah, there's a lot of episodes of that show that are really, it's like The Outer Limits. If you ever watched that back in the day.
Yeah, no, it's very much like a modern take on The Outer Limits, Twilight Zone kind of thing.
You ever see the Nanobots episode of The Outer Limits?
Mm-hmm.
Where they won't let him die and they give him gills and shit. That was. I want gills. That'd be so cool.
Now, did anyone do the Bandersnatch thing on Netflix, where it's the Choose Your Own Adventure?
I tried to download it and watch it, but it's I guess somebody downloaded somehow like everything. You watch it and it's like make a choice, but it's like no, don't make a choice. We're just going to show you all the choices. And
you can't do it that way.
No, it was completely unwatchable. I
want
to
do it through Netflix. Just do it through Netflix.
I don't have Netflix. That's the thing.
Oh well, fuck. You're fucked then.
Although I'm sure I could, at least borrow my mom's password for a day or something and do it.
Probably. Well, you can leech like if she's not giving her account to anyone else, you can leech off it. Like
no, she's already leeching for somebody else.
Oh,
So
okay.
I need to borrow her leech for a minute. Apparently, Disney Plus, people are like 10, 20 people are leeching off people's accounts, and Disney Plus is like, it's okay.
Yeah, they don't care. They're making all the money. They don't give a shit.
I thought about like the Mandalorian, and then there's the Loki series and Scarlet Witch, or something like that.
When are those showing up?
Soonest, and then what Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going to be a thing. But aside from that, like aside from those shows, everything else on Disney Plus is basically just like movies that if I want to watch, I'm just going to download. Like,
yeah, I subscribed to Disney Plus for a month, and I've been really enjoying The Mandalorian. But I will say, like, I don't like how they're doing their Disney Plus service where they don't just have everything.
That's the thing too. Yeah, a bunch of movies and stuff. You go to click on it, and it's like it's in some countries it'll come up and say available in like 2022 or something. I think pretty much everything will be here for us. I think America's basically got everything they can right now. I think we'll have everything next year or so.
Yeah, because they still got a bunch of stuff like licensed out to like there's still Marvel movies on Netflix and shit, right? So it's like it's still licensed out to certain places, but.
Well, my whole thing is, I mean, you know, there's modern stuff that I don't get why isn't there. Like, for instance, the wife and I wanted to watch the new Star Wars movies before the new one came out, so we watched episode 7. And it's like, well, why is episode 8 not on there? Like, why would you not want that on there?
Because it's on Netflix.
Oh, is that why it is? Okay.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi, yeah.
Yeah, and so I ended up having to download Last Jedi to see it because I'm certainly not going to pay for the fucking Blu-ray on that movie because that movie.
No.
And,
I didn't hate those two but like I haven't seen the newest one.
I thought episode 7 was okay. It was formulaic, but it was okay. I hated Last Jedi, and the new one again is basically formulaic again, but it's at least enjoyable. Where
I need to rewatch The Last Jedi. I remember thinking some of it was kind of dumb, but some like the Luke Skywalker fight where he doesn't even fucking hit him. That was then the way like you don't realize it at first, but like he's not leaving those red tracks in the ground and kind of shit because he's not really there. I like that, even though some people are like, that's a Jedi power, blah blah blah. This introduced it, blah, and like there's never and it's the Jedi. They find out new things about their powers as time goes on. Who the fuck knows? It's Star Wars.
I don't know.
It's all space magic.
I guess my whole thing is it's like we've been waiting 30, 40 years to find out, you know, what Luke could do. And it turned out the best he could do is just create a fucking projection of himself. Like, I would have actually liked to see Luke Skywalker do something in person.
Well, I'll give you that. Like, they kind of, like, well, even the beginning of that movie where, like, the end of the first one where he's like, she's holding out his lightsaber and he's like, oh, and then he grabs it and just, and they just toss that whole thing out the window. And then the scene where he gets the milk out of the thing's tit. And there's a lot of just weird. What were you thinking?
That's the problem. He drank too much of that blue milk. Like it deadened his powers. He could have been the ultimate Jedi, but he was just like getting fat on that blue milk for like 20 years.
I mean, that was a major problem with the whole new trilogy is that it doesn't have one direction. It wasn't mapped out. Like, just for instance, that scene right here. I'm not going to spoil anything, but basically I'm going to say is that the lightsaber thing, giving it to Luke, meant one thing in the J.J. Abrams movie in Part 7. In Part 8, Ryan Johnson did something else with it. And I will tell you that scene is essentially redone in Part 9, and it's given a different context.
Nice.
Based on the director who is directing that movie.
I will give Mark Hamill some props for like if you saw him before they did like The Force Awakens.
He dropped a lot of weight.
Yeah, well, not as much. Did you say that with Canoe? What's the guy's name? Kamal Kanul, the guy from Silicon Valley, that's now going to be in the MCU.
Yeah, he's ripped now.
He's fucking jacked.
Well, it's amazing what you can do with a personal trainer and a nutritionist.
No, he did. He made that blatantly obvious, and like a lot of people don't say that, which I give him props for. Because like I've watched Silicon Valley, great show, but like he looks like just kind of a regular slobby guy. And now like, he's like, I couldn't have done this without a full year of like nutritionists and fucking personal trainers and all this paid for by the biggest studio in the world. I totally get why not everybody looks like this kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, but like, but so like, he looks fucking amazing. I can't deny, like, I'd let him have his way with me. He's a fucking hot guy right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Really, Redbeard?
Yeah, why not, man?
Oh, here we go. Nage37, one of my regular commenters on my podcast, says Bandersnatch had Tangerine Dreams, Federa as a possible soundtrack. I've been enjoying The Mandalorian so far.
My sister, my brother-in-law today when I was at my mom's house was downstairs watching an episode of The Mandalorian, and my sister called it The Mandolin, which I thought was pretty funny.
It's fun. It's whatever. I like it. Like some people are a little pissed off that it doesn't have like this super focused, overreaching story. Like it's very much in the background. I give it. I love that it's kind of like, oh, we're just going to do a couple outside episodes here where he's just doing shit.
I'm waiting for the season to end, and I'm going to watch it. I feel like it's
there is a cliffhanger for the like penultimate episode. So
nice.
The last episode is, it seems like it's going to wrap up some storylines at least.
I think the show captures the spirit of the original Star Wars probably more than anything that's ever come out.
Really does.
Nice. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And actually, randomly, when we talked about like when she called it the mandolin, somebody else said the violin, and then I was like, no, the cello, and then my mom said the piano, and I was like, well, you ruined it. It's an instrument. It's a not stringed instrument. Come on, we were doing a theme here, and then randomly, she looked it up. Do you guys know what category of instrument the piano falls in?
It's a string instrument.
It's not though. It's actually not. It has like the piano wires, which they call them wires as opposed to guitar strings. So they're not.
Did they say percussion then?
They do actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Say percussion.
Which it was just a random fun fact that I learned today.
Because it's the keys.
Because you're
pounding the key.
The hammers, whatever that.
Right. It's funny you bring up Tangerine Dream. I haven't listened to it yet, but I bought this on Record Store Day. They're
you got their Tangerine Dream. Oh,
electronic
okay.
meditation. I want to try and get into Tangerine Dream, so I figured that'd be a good spot, and that was on sale.
Get the Sorcerer soundtrack.
Sorcerer soundtrack.
Yep.
I really liked. Was it "Love on a Real Train"? That's a great track.
Mm-hmm. That's a weird name for a song. Love on
a Real Train.
Tangerine Dream. Get
electronic instrumental.
Get the Sorcerer soundtrack and get the soundtrack for Near Dark.
Here, Nick loves running trains.
Sorcerer was their first soundtrack album they did.
What was the other one?
Near Dark.
Actually, a buddy of mine recently introduced me to a band called, I want to say, Wizards and Demons. There's a couple. They got a couple really cool songs. It's like kind of that like epic type.
Sounds familiar too.
Like, have you ever heard of Glory Hammer? Or there's like that epic type metal where it's like it's stuff that you'd want to listen to riding into battle or something. It's hard to explain. Like if you ever heard of Glory Hammer, I recommend checking them out. They're great. They just released a new album.
Here, I'm gonna share this in Redbeard. You might actually thank me for this, but check this out when you got like a moment to listen to something quiet in the dark by yourself.
Oh shit! Sounds sexy.
Other than him masturbating, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, right.
I probably won't watch that, but I wish I had more chicken wings.
You didn't. So did you air fried those in your new air fryer thing? That's what you did.
Yep.
Yeah?
It's actually my mom bought it like a couple weeks ago, so I just borrow it from her when I'm going to use it. But it's a pretty cool little device. It does a good job.
What
You
kind?
only have to use like a little minute amount of oil in it, apparently.
I just spray a little bit of Crisco just to kind of help it not stick. I haven't actually tried without it, but supposedly you don't actually even need it. But I do.
Hmm.
I almost bought one last week at Walmart. They had one on sale. It was like $250 down to $200. I was like, I don't fucking really need it though. Like, god damn it! I am so over equipped in the kitchen department. I got like pasta makers and fucking all this shit. I never use any of it. Like I got like the full giant.
If you have all the equipment and you don't use it,
giant KitchenAid mixer over that. That's other equipment that doesn't get used. But along the same lines. You're not wrong.
Wow.
Well, it gets abused, I guess you'd say, not used.
Oh, geez.
Your equipment gets abused? Well, I mean, we knew that.
Keep cooking it for yourself, huh?
Well, I mean, listen, the thing is, I quite enjoy this thing, but, normally I would just make chicken wings in the oven, and are they really any better or any worse? I don't know. They're different. This one gets the skin a little bit crispier, which is nice.
For me, it's like, I went to, when I had that dinner with my work people the other night at the Moose. The Moose is known for their wings, and it was like all you can eat wing night. And I hadn't had them in a while. Like for me, I like my wings to like wings only, like just the flat ones only, not drumsticks. And I want them extra crispy. Like when normally they're done, you want to serve them, nobody leave them in the fucking fryer for like at least 7 more minutes. I want them fucking crispy. And they were actually damn good. But again, I'm not a fan of the unbattered ones, or unbreaded, I guess is the way you had them there. I like that. I like the bread. For me, like wings need to be deep fried to be really good. Like I've had some oven ones, but ideally, like you want to deep fry a chicken wing. It's just the way to do it, kind of thing.
It is, but I don't really have deep frying capabilities at home, and I don't. And also, like, it's probably better for me to have them baked. They're slightly healthier for me.
You're not wrong there. I'll give you that for sure.
Yeah, at a restaurant, I mean, obviously you want them deep fried, but. We're actually going to a wing place tomorrow. Now, out of curiosity, you say all you can eat wings. What do they charge for all you can eat wings?
$12.99.
Well, that's a really good price. Because Toronto, I don't believe there's any place now that does all you can eat wings because they realize you can make too much fucking money on it. There are some places I go to that have they have wing night. The one I'm going to tomorrow, actually, with some friends, is. On wing nights. Actually, wing night is every night except for Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And wings are 80 cents each.
That's a big fail, though. Like Wednesday is the day where it works. Like, again, the Moose on bar night tonight, actually right now, it's free wing Wednesday. Like the alliteration just works. You walk in and you pay like $2 cover or something like that, and you get a pound of. It used to be a pound of wings. Now it's probably less than a pound now, but. Wings used to be so like I remember working at the Moose years ago. I was there when the wing prices went insane. They used to pay like $30 for a 40-pound case of chicken wings, and they were the 6 to 8 count, so 6 to 8 wings per pound. So I mean big wings, as opposed to most places serve 8 to 10 count, so the wings are smaller. And the Moose was serving these big ass wings, getting these good prices, and then all of a sudden. McDonald's in the States decided they were going to start selling chicken wings. And they bought basically every chicken wing in North America. And the prices just went they went from like 30, like under $40 to over $60 within like a week. It was fucking insane. Wow. And so like the Moose where I worked, he talked to the distributor guy. And I think it was $45. Got this price locked in for 1,000 cases. And he had this place in town where he was going to store them. All supposed to be 5 to 7 count. The truck shows up. Me and one other guy are tasked to go to this place and unload the truck into this freezer. And as we're doing it, we get about halfway through, and I think it might have been me or I don't know who noticed, but like the count on this box says 8 to 10, and that the distributor, the guy who gave us this good deal, had gone out of his way to make sure that they like shystily put these 8 to 10 count boxes in like throughout the shipment underneath all the 7 to all the better ones. And so me and the guy had to then go through the entire shipment and separate it. And I think the guy got fired over that. It was a big thing.
Well, fuck, is this the Irishman or something?
I still see that. That'd be kind of funny if I can relate to that movie on that level.
Yeah, that would have been Red Beer would have been like, hey, what? We didn't get any chicken wings. They're all gone.
They're all gone. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Everyone remember fucking McDonald's pizza?
Yes, I remember the night I was living in McKellar, so Perry Sound was a McDonald's, and I was in Perry Sound, and we went to McDonald's like the night they were like premiering it, and there was like this big like party going on at McDonald's, and it was all free, like free pizza for everyone. and it was actually pretty good.
I used to like McDonald's pizza, but it's been like freaking 20 years since I've had it, so I don't remember.
Their pizza was straight up dog shit.
I want to say it wasn't
Undercooked crust.
Maybe
It was cheese and tomato sauce on undercut crust is what it
This
was.
is basically it. They didn't cook the crust long
I
enough.
feel like they might have done it differently here because like I remember like having pizza from all kinds.
You probably remember liking undercooked crust when you were a kid. That's the difference.
No, I've always been a fan of like the kind of crispy, almost burnt. Like when you get a piece of pizza, and on the crust they like drop some extra cheese, and there's like those little cheesy bits on the crust, like super extra crispy. Those are like I was always about like that extra crispiness and burntness of stuff.
So do you guys have Greco in Ontario?
We have a place here in North Bay that is called Greco's Pizza. There's 2 locations, but I'm pretty sure it is not related in any way with anything outside of the Greco's Pizza here in North Bay is those 2 locations, and that's it. Like
Greco Pizza in the Maritimes is actually a whole chain.
Is it Greco or Greco's?
Yeah. Greco's.
It's just Greco's?
Greco's?
Greco.
Okay, so yeah, here's Greco's. So I'm not. But again,
so it might be different, but Greco Pizza here in the Maritimes, it's kind of like your bottom of the basement fucking like corporate pizza chain thing. Like it's below Pizza Delight. It's
Pizza Delight.
I would.
I consider like equal to Pizza Delight.
Do you guys have
Pizza Delight has actual slices.
Do you guys have
pizza? So does Greco. What do you?
Pizza Delight's an actual restaurant, dude.
Okay, you got that. Pizza Delight's an actual restaurant, whereas Greco is basically
They
have tables if you want to sit down and eat damn thing in the store.
Yeah,
Greco's like a store,
but they have
Papa John's is like that too.
Here's the difference. Greco has the McDonald's seating where it's like they're uncomfortable and they're trying to get you out of the store.
Papa John's is like that too, but
yeah.
Like Pizza Delight's actually got the sit down restaurant. Somebody will fucking wait on you.
More like Pizza Hut.
And Greco's not terrible.
I was talking about like the pizza itself. Like the pizza it's from Greco, I think is
it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, but it's base level. Like it's your
entry level maritime pizza.
It's like you can get this big fucking motherfucking pizza for dirt cheap. And it's not
like
great.
It's like $20 for a big 24 slicer.
Like here in North Bay, I kind of to equate what you're saying. Like Greco's Pizza is one of my favorite places in town. They're like full on homemade everything. Like it's a really good family.
You got like a legit pizza place.
But then like downtown, like the 3 worst, I guess. It's almost equal along the lines. 2-for-1 pizza, which is just like if you're leaving the bar or something and you want to grab something on your way home.
So
like grab a slice, and then pizza is also just god awful. And then Little Caesars, they're hot and ready pizzas that are just like the hot $5 edible garbage. Like it's all 3 of those places. For me, it's again Greco's is a place I'll go. I'll go there, order a pizza, sit down, have a pint of beer, and wait for my pizza, and then go home. Toppers or Domino's, I'll order ahead and like walk in, grab it, and come home, kind of thing. But that's pretty much it. Pizza Hut and like once in a blue moon kind of thing. I'll try them. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're expensive though.
But my point here is my point though is that Greco is kind of like your baseline entry level fast food pizza in the Maritimes, and fucking the McDonald's pizza was way below that.
Oh yeah.
Again, like I said, maybe it was a bit different in Ontario, or maybe I'm just remembering it differently. But
it could have been. Maybe you privileged Ontario fucks were getting the good McDonald's pizza.
I just remember enjoying it, but again, it's been so long since I've had it, I can't really trust what I had. Like I used to like chicken fajitas too. I don't know if
although of course maybe like when it first came out, we were all like between like 10 to 15 years old, and we didn't know what good pizza was anyway.
Yeah,
that's entirely possible as well.
Haley.
Oh I'll be honest. Like if
okay.
I'm not going for like a high-end pizza place, my favorite pizza, just something regular, is
Greco.
Domino's. I quite enjoy it.
They have a picture of the party pizza on here. The
Actually, Greg, how was that? Fucking, did you just finish? Was that just the last gulp of Bourbon County you took right there?
That was the last bit of Bourbon County, and it was freaking delicious.
Yeah,
It's
They have
what
the-
14% or something like that this year.
15.2.
Jesus Christ.
Shit.
Yeah, 15.2. Yeah, no, it was good. And the thing is, I've had Bourbon County, I believe, twice before, and I wasn't super impressed by it. This one, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed.
We were just talking about that actually before you popped in there. I didn't realize it was available in the LCBO, and even though it was, there's a good chance it never would have made its way here next year if you're able to find it again.
Ordered online. It wasn't available in stores.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah, there you go.
I'll do that.
$22.99 for the 24 slice party pizza made with
Yeah,
crisp
this is what Greco does with their pizzas here in Nova Scotia. If you buy the party pizza, it's this big like square rectangle fucking thing.
oh yeah, a lot of places
Yeah,
do.
but
that
they
for
do
pickle.
make round pizzas, but their mainstay is the square ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Well, again,
there's the size of the Feed 15. There's the two
I think
party pizzas.
pizza and 2 for 1, and I think Little Caesars all do the square thing for like the big pizzas if you want, like party pizza type thing.
Oh yeah, Little Caesars is the deep dish pizza.
Square was that was a thing. Like,
Little Caesars they have a deep dish that used to be their really good thing that everybody wanted. Nowadays they're all about that stupid hot and ready.
They
crap.
have a new jalapeno cheese crust now.
That's actually the big draw for me with Greco. It's like I can their pizzas, I can take them or leave them. There's like, oh, right, they're all right. In a pinch, they're fine. But their crusts, like their flavored crusts, are like the attraction as far as I'm concerned.
It's like
pizza.
Pizza. Like I was saying, their pizza is not impressive at all, but they have their cheddar jalapeno dip is, in my opinion, the best dip you can get from a pizza place anywhere for your crust. It's so fucking tasty.
I might get one of these pizzas just because I'm gonna be fucking alone on New Year's Eve anyway. So
I fuck alone every day.
Yeah.
oh,
man.
I'm thinking probably doing a hangout on New Year's Eve. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we do one. It's like where you show up just eating a fucking whole
Eating a big fucking
rectangle pizza to
undoing
yourself.
all of that fucking weight loss from the biking over the summer, so I can lose
Throw it all away.
Yeah,
I
spending the New Year alone.
You know what? As long as you start as soon as you can next year, you can potentially overcome and get yourself down to a little bit less, and then do the whole same thing over next winter, and then keep working yourself down. Just as long as you're making at least like 10 pounds every year.
The hidden part of that is I'm not spending New Year's with the girlfriend, so I'm kind of miffed about that. So
that's even less caloric expenditure. That's that.
Anyway,
I mean, I think we'd all love to see you just ejaculate all over a meat lover's pizza.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
Well, you see how cheesy that is. Look, $22.99 for a
Oh,
party
let's sell tickets for this.
That's
like,
a weird
let's set
looking.
this up.
Sell tickets for this.
That donair just looks weird to me.
Like guys, if you want to see a stream where Nick just ejaculates all over Greco pizza and eats it,
that's the kind of
sell
stream
tickets.
you want to see. You want to see an ejaculation stream.
Well, I'm not going to watch it, but I'll sell the tickets.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, not just the ejaculation.
People are going to watch this Redbeard and Ewart.
We want to see him
Greg.
roll that pizza
fuck,
and then
Nick?
just slowly but surely just fuck it to death.
Yeah, like roll. Like he needs to take this pizza and roll it into a
motherfucking
cylinder
donair.
and just fuck it. Yeah, that's what you need to do.
Like,
Actually,
you wanna
you know
make
what?
pizza
$5
like
for a chicken donair doesn't sound like a
So I
bad
was saying,
deal.
but it doesn't look. It looks unappealing to me. I don't know. It's.
No, it doesn't.
I feel like that chicken has been like thrice processed or something.
No, nothing Greco
like it.
makes looks good. It's just very, very convenient and decent enough to eat.
Spicy.
Well, again, it's shit people would eat after the bar kind of stuff.
Exactly. That's what Greco is.
Yeah, exactly.
Greco is a predatory business that preys on people who have no other option.
The ones that have weak inhibitions after drinking so much, which is kind of on that person's fault because drinking is self-inflicted to begin with.
That's right. It's all your fault.
You consume too much, and you're leaving the bar, and you're looking for something to eat afterwards. Well, it's because you got drunk at a bar.
Well, I remember when I used to work at that one bar here in town, almost
How
every
many
single
breakfasts
night.
around here conveniently located near a bar anyway.
Almost every night after working at the bar, it'd be like somebody's either going to Burger King, or there's a place down the street. It used to be there called the Pita Pit, and it was actually a really good place to go.
Actually, I have a pita pit here.
You don't. This was
It's
the
a different pita pit.
sorry.
There's a chain here called the Pita Pit.
It's the same one. I misspoke. This was
Is
called. This was called
PETA or Pedo.
This was called the Leaning Tower of Pita. Is what it was called. Sorry,
Because the Pedo Pit's a way different thing, dude.
But no, and they made fucking delicious food. It was like after the bar, somebody was always going to. There was the only two places open after the bar, basically, and it was funny. But as far as
what kind of delicious food is in the Pedo Pit, though?
I used to get the Pita Pit. Used to serve. I used to get their chicken souvlaki pita, and it was fucking delicious.
Okay, so Greco is open, bro.
Shit!
Shit! I'm getting myself some shawarma.
I'm down for the New Year's thing, unless some ultra extra random pretty girl invites me to a party or something, which won't happen. So I'm down.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, I mean, so you're going to show up on New Year's
for me? Yeah, but I doubt it. And I kind of don't want to be alone on New Year's. I haven't been alone for New Year's for years. The last New Year's I spent alone, I was like 24.
Okay, well, all of us will try to show up and not have you cry. It's fine.
Yeah, we don't have any major plans, so we'll probably be up for a hangout. We have dinner with my parents, but that's gonna be like 5 o'clock. So
we can all watch the stream of the Rock and Eve thing or something.
By the way, it has we can stop sharing Greco here because I'm hungry.
No, these either was great.
What about has Agnes uploaded that video yet?
No, she's still working on it in her bedroom, or she just I don't know.
She fell asleep.
Women, right, Redbeard?
So, right. We actually filmed the season finale today.
Such an asshole.
I hope it's enjoyable.
So you said like we were all thinking today was like the last day because it's being Christmas Day.
Yeah, I make fun of myself that I didn't count the days properly. So
we were thinking like because
finale.
Are you going to Sexton?
Well, you're gonna have to wait to find out.
Here's the real question: are you gonna have the nuts? Are you gonna have the fucking balls to upload the footage of the mall security kicking you out of Sexton store? Like, are you gonna put your ass out there online for everyone to see?
Well, that hasn't happened yet, but I do want to try to do something like that where I actually go visit Ashley. I would like it to be in the middle of summer though, ideally. I just show up and visit him in a big winter park. Just like, Ashley, how's it going?
I made it finally.
Sorry, sir, you have to leave the store, but it's so cold outside. You have a jacket on, sir. Leave the store.
Yeah, no, and then Ashley's like, I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy.
And Ashley's like, ban this crazy person from the mall.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I do eventually want to do something like that, but I won't get Ashley fired or anything because that would be mean. But no, I do want to eventually do something like that.
No, I feel like I'm
actually involved in.
I feel like Ashley is accepted at this point, and like he didn't. At no point has he said explicitly, "Don't you dare fucking show up to my store for part of your shit." Like I'm pretty sure at this point he's actually kind of looking forward to it. He wants to be part of it.
No, all of his communique is don't you do it. Yeah, no, all of his communique so far to Greg has been it's like, no, show up in my store, just don't try to fuck my wife. That's pretty much been his.
He seems to value his wife more than his job, and like I can't fault him for that.
I mean, I get it.
Like, well, for what he does, like, I don't want to knock it, but I feel like Ashley could probably. He's a pretty smart guy. He could probably get a new job with at least.
Just stop.
Jesus,
no, stop. Fucking stop, dude. Just stop. You're already going down the fucking lonely, awful road again.
God damn it!
You're
I wasn't
like,
trying to.
I feel like Ashley, he's great and all, and his job's great, but he could do so much better for
I
himself. if
didn't
he wasn't
say
such
that.
a
I
loser.
wasn't. And you keep reading into these things in the complete opposite way of what I'm trying to fucking
I
say.
can't help reading into things that you're telegraphing like
I'm not. I'm not.
full in print.
I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just not going to say what I was going to. I'm
You
just
need
not.
to stop.
I'm just not.
You need to stop so bad.
In other words,
Like,
shut
just
up,
don't
Red
do
Beard.
it.
You just stop ultra analyzing what I say. Just fucking take it for what it is.
It's not just me.
For execution.
Fuck.
It's so not just me. I'm just the only one who has the fucking balls to say it. Everyone else is like,
You're not wrong. You're just an asshole.
No, I just think Lee saying it is funnier than anyone else saying it.
It's just like, oh no, Ashley's great and all, but man, he could do so much better for himself. Not saying his job's shit or nothing.
Yeah.
Not saying he's lowering himself. I'm just saying
Which
he could do so
I
much
don't
better.
know.
Again, not even
Catfish. I think he
not
did
even
pretty damn
remotely
fucking well.
close to what I was trying to say. And like
Not
you just
saying
like
his wife should leave him for being such a loser, but he could do so much better.
again, fuck you. I did not like no, fucking no,
I mean, that's kind of what it sounded like.
no.
Just saying.
I fucking heard it.
Just saying. Yeah, Nick knows.
Of course, Nick did because Lee said it, and Nick is jumping
rarely
on Lee's
agrees
dick.
with me on it.
I'm not jumping in his dick. Nobody else is.
Nick is jumping in his dick. What?
Nick has been jumping on Lee's dick all night long.
Wow.
Anything that Ultra Mr.
I'm
Fucking like
jumping on Lee's dick. The only thing he wants to jump on Lee's dick is maybe a redhead or two.
Wow.
I
Or like
wish.
Redbeard. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be very impressed if a redhead jumped on your dick and you lived to survive it, because even a small redhead would like probably damage your dick.
what was that? What was
Snap
that?
it off because it's
Was it
withered and weak.
Jason
It
Segel
is
and
weak.
was it Cameron Diaz? I think was the movie Sex Tape or something like that. And at the end of it, you kind of get to see the tape, and they try to do this move where she like backflips onto his cock, and the first time they fail, and then they actually do it. It's like,
Wow.
yeah. If you
Yeah, I
haven't seen the
don't
movie,
need
it's pretty funny.
I don't need anyone jumping on my dick legit. Like that just feels like it's gonna either hurt me or hurt her,
That
or
would
one or the other.
fucking hurt.
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somersault right under your fucking dick.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
like,
gotta
if
be like a precise chin.
Oh yeah, you gotta be lined up, man, or there's gonna be some pain
Otherwise,
for
you're
you
just
for
gonna
sure.
be ramming it into like the.
I mean,
into a
I
pelvic
have-
bone or getting
I
sat
have-
on real hard.
I have had sex with a redhead who was a gymnast,
Wow.
and there were moves done, but nothing like outside of the realm of like like superhuman, where it's like, oh, I'm going to injure you now. Like, no, it's still.
Is it like flexible where she put her foot up behind her head kind of shit?
Oh,
So
her
the-
legs could go everywhere.
It's like that episode of
Okay,
Seinfeld
that
where
sounds
like
interesting.
that episode of Seinfeld
And you're
where
not
they
still
build
with
up
her?
the
Why?
gymnast.
Because it was just a casual thing,
Oh,
which
all right.
which is all my relationships have ever been.
Lee's a casual guy. He does not
He's a
like
casual fuck.
I'm both casual and very picky.
If only you'd have been a comedian, then you could have satisfied the gymnast.
Oh, that's a Seinfeld reference.
It's just like that local Chinese restaurant. They have to be loaded with ginger from Toledo.
Wait, are you saying Steinfeld's a comedian of some sort?
You know what? According to the massive amount of money he has in his giant Porsche collection, technically, yeah.
Seems to
I
do.
guess.
Like,
Jesus Christ.
I will say, like, you know what? The show, I enjoyed the show. The stand-up portions in the beginning and the end of the show, I always thought were really super cheesy.
Well, I always thought that,
Watching an actual stand-up show, I watched like, what is it? I'm telling you for the last time. It was not the best stand-up I've ever seen, but I enjoyed it.
I always found that Joey Seinfeld. I don't mind the guy, but I always found he was the worst part of that show.
Oh, as far as acting goes, he was the only one on the show that wasn't any kind of actor at all.
Yeah.
He still did a decent job for not knowing, but he kind of got a little bit better like throughout the seasons. He was doing it, but like the rest of the cast basically carried him for sure. Like Michael Richards was like Kramer was the reason 90% of the people watched that show. I feel like he was like his witty adventures and all the stupid shit.
Kramer enjoyed it.
He was great.
You're basically saying Seinfeld's way too Jewish, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah, no, we don't like those circumcised guys.
And then, Kramer, racist enough to carry the show.
Oh, he is racist.
Oh, good lord.
In the show itself, not really. Like off the show, obviously, that whole thing that happened with him and this one comedy show that happened and everything where he went off on that black guy, that's
that was more that was more of a case of like he shouldn't have been doing stand up.
I never saw him as somebody that would I thought probably would be interesting to have been present for that show. I was there that day. But
it just feels like a dude who's like, I'm super famous and I shouldn't have to deal with hecklers, and I'm just going to say some really stupid racist shit that I probably don't even mean, but I'm going to say it to be offensive and be an asshole. And he got caught on tape doing it.
They made a movie like he had his own starring role in a movie. I never saw it, but it was kind of riding the coattails. Like it was basically him playing Kramer, but not actually called Kramer in a movie. And I'm pretty sure it bombed. I can't remember the name of it at this point, but it was like them trying to like milk that thing kind of. Was that Greg? Sorry?
I don't remember the name, but I've seen half of it. It was like he was a lawyer or something in a courtroom or something like that.
That sounds familiar. Possibly familiar, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was sort of around the time Seinfeld. Listen, with the whole incident where he called a bunch of people the N-word, if you've ever, I don't know if you've ever seen the apology video for that, where Jerry Seinfeld was on Letterman and they did like a live stream with Michael Richards. If you've ever seen that apology, it's something to watch because it's literally Michael Richards apologizing for something he doesn't understand what he's apologizing for.
Yeah, I never saw that. I kind of want to now, though.
It's where you
kind of pretty cringe.
But again, just to be like I imagine like Jerry and I guess it's Julia and George's name is Jason. So that they seem to have become like really good friends over the course of that show. And like, did Michael Richards never ever before that point show any possible racist tendencies? Like,
I don't think he's a racist. I just think he got frustrated and said some shit, like said some stupid shit.
I can say
yeah, I can totally accept that he probably doesn't understand why what he said was so bad, because maybe he's super famous and he's living in a weird fucking world where he doesn't understand.
The bubble,
that.
That bubble, yeah.
He's living in a little bit of a bubble, but the best thing about Seinfeld is it spawned Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like that's the
I'm actually honestly I have not ever finished. I'm still working my way through that show. I think I'm on like season 4 right now, but it's very well done.
I've not seen the new one that came out last year, the season 9 or whatever, but I've seen everything up till then.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of like people being racist, but not really, it's funny. Like my grandpa, this was way back now. He's passed away by now, but like he grew up, like he went to World War II and stuff and everything. But like he never said anything to me throughout my life that I like against any kind of nothing. And then at one point, my Uncle Tony, like there's like 7 brothers and 1 sister on my dad's side of the family. My Uncle Tony, one of the brothers, went to Africa. I'm not quite sure why, just for a vacation or something, whatever, but met a girl there who's now my Aunt Ray and married her in Africa and came back. And my grandpa first saying like, Tony brought an N-word home. Like, but like, and that's just what he's, but again, like he said that, but then like never, like was never, I guess you just like surprised that happened kind of thing, because from then on, what did
I tell you like 3 hours ago, Red Beard?
No, like right now,
I told you. Fucking told you one of your family members was a racist.
No. You said an uncle. You said an uncle.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does.
Your racist uncle.
But again, like I was
maybe that racist uncle's you.
My grandpa said that. I imagine just because, like, again, at the time, that's what they'd say. But then, like, she came over and she joined the family, and again, like before that, I never heard anything anti. That was the only one time I ever heard that word. And like, and from then on, she became part of the family. She still is part of the family, And I don't feel like he was racist at all. He just
knew it. One of your family members was a racist piece of shit.
No, you didn't know it. You didn't know it. You falsely assumed that. You falsely. You didn't.
I said everybody has a racist piece of shit in their family.
No,
you fuck. Who cares if it was your uncle, your grandpa, your fucking cousin, your fucking granddad?
First off,
bullshit.
If you're calling my grandpa a piece of shit, then I will fucking kill you.
Like he was racist grandpa.
He was a fucking amazing person. He was basically my hero up until he died.
He's calling everybody's grandpa
up until the racism, he was your hero.
No. He was a fucking amazing guy.
All right, I'm gonna let you racists settle this thing down. I'm gonna head out for the night.
Oh, well, the real racist is leaving.
Perfectly racist.
Fuck you, Greg. Coming from you, Greg, that should be a compliment. Anyway,
better man. Merry fucking Christmas, you.
Merry fucking Christmas. Nice talk to you, folks. I'll see you again before
later, dude.
New Year's. Woo. But no, again, like my grandpa's. I told you about this before. He's the one where I gave that website link where they did like the memory project thing, and he was like telling stories about it being in World War II. And he was a fucking amazing guy, straight up, and like just a product of his time is what I kind of put that down to.
Too bad about the racism, though. Yeah,
it's a racist thing to say. I'll give you that. But aside from that I didn't see anything racist about that man.
Because there was no black people in North Bay.
No, there was.
You know what? He was in Parry Sound / McKellar, which again, it's like this town of like 500 people. So when we had the one black family here in North Bay, they probably had like one black family living in North Bay outside of McKellar, because it's a farm town. There was no cultural racial diversity in small towns that again, not that I lived in. I'm sure there were some. Where I live, though, there really wasn't when I was a kid, as opposed to now. It's just everybody. I think it's cool. It's like now
sound like Jay Terrio now. It's like it's the modern South. All the black people like being in their communities.
Do not ever compare me to him. I say what you want. Say all your other bullshit, but don't go there. Don't do that. Come on.
The worst thing for the blacks was the fucking civil rights movement. It's like they never should have got that. Like, I'm not racist or nothing. Just saying they never should have had their civil rights. It's like that civil rights movement, worst thing for them, because they decided they were going to use that to fight the white man and get uppity and all that stuff.
Wow.
Uppity. I don't think I'd ever call what they did or what they're doing uppity.
Yeah, I'm just saying Jay Terrio, but I'm kind of saying you probably support that tangent.
How about no?
All right, I'll shut up. I take it back.
Oh my God.
I was just fucking with you.
No, I know. It was a good time, but at the same time, God damn you.
Well, we always say Redbeard, best intentions, not always the best execution.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Exactly. I'll give you that. But right this time, that did not happen this time. God damn it.
No, sometimes we just like to take something and run with it.
Oh, for sure. That's yeah.
I had to run with that. That's just a super callback to the beginning of the stream.
It's like when Nick and his hatred of little T's. Like, I don't know why he feels the need to just burn every little T he finds, but
Yeah, I know, it's terrible. It's weird fetish for him. Like, he's always doing it on people's lawns. It's
Jesus Christ.
It's like, he sees a big T. He's like, no, we'll leave that alone. But the little T, let's get rid of it.
Like, I mean, the amount of fucking pillowcases that he has to go through, because there's always holes in them. I don't fucking know what's going on there.
Are you caught up enough on the Venture Brothers, Lee, to have seen the episode where where he's trying to get Triana? No, and he tries to let her name on fire, but he only has enough gas to soak the tea, and he's wearing a ghost costume that's basically a KKK. So he's burning a cross on the lawn in the KKK costume, and the father comes out like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Where am I on Venture Brothers season? I can't even fucking see that. Where's my goddamn glasses?
I forget that you wear glasses.
Fucking pathetic.
Nerd.
Venture Brothers season 5. That's as far as I am.
So did you see all this in Gargantua 2 yet? Was that in between them, or was that 5 and 6?
I haven't seen that.
But the end of season 4, that was Operation Prom, right? You saw that now.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the best episodes of anything I've ever seen in my life. That was so fucking great. That was such an awesome episode. The whole thing with Molotov at the end and stuff, and fucking, it was. Oh,
I need to like start over again and from like episode from the pilot and then go forward again.
I usually skip the pilot at this point because it has it has no bearing on anything else.
Yeah,
except for, like give you a bit of an intro to people, but in the pilot, Dr. Venture makes like the Ure thing, and the general guy's like, "Oh, we'll take 50 of them," but for the whole rest of the show, they're basically destitute. So it's like, it doesn't really work. But yeah, it's such a fucking well written series. And like I said, the new season that just happened. There's callbacks and like things they tie up from like the fucking beginning, man. They've been thinking about this for a while. It's really impressive.
They're doing everything that Rick and Morty actually isn't doing. Like they're actively trying not to do.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know why the venture. Like I guess maybe the big breaks they have. Like there's always at least like 2 years between seasons.
Yeah.
It's like they have a cult following. But it's never been one of those like Rick and Morty has this huge, insane fan base, while Venture Brothers is still kind of like this niche thing that people don't know about for some reason.
Well, I mean, the fact that there's so much time between seasons, most people don't even hear about it or see it. Like it's not something that's constantly in their faces, you know. So
yeah, again, I follow a few Venture Brothers pages on Facebook and shit like that, so I'm always seeing the Venture Brothers memes and stupid Scare Bear theories and shit, and who is Scare Bear?
Well, I think I'm going to end this actually.
Right, it's been going on for a decent amount of
Well,
time.
you're not going to kill yourself, are you?
No, I'm just this is a stream.
Oh,
I mean, earlier on I was considering it, but you guys have elevated my mood enough where, you know,
Look at that. Christmas miracle. We saved a life tonight.
I'm not going to take a dagger and stab it down my throat and bleed out.
That would be a just horribly painful, lengthy way to kill yourself. I feel
it was a bad plan from the beginning. I realize that now.
I'm very glad we canceled that out. Like next time you want to plan it, at least consult somebody to make it more efficient. Like Jesus, you know, like
it sounds like it would cost money.
No,
like I have a dagger. I could just.
There's different places to stab yourself / cut yourself that will be less painful and drawn out. I feel like your throat. That's going to be like the last couple seconds of your life are going to be the worst things ever.
But it feels like if I stab myself anywhere else, I can see it, and I don't want to see it happen.
That's okay. That's a valid point. But slit your own throat.
Yeah. I guess.
Regardless, don't do any of those things. And it's been a great joy chatting with you this evening and stuff and things.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, you know, if there isn't a New Year's thing, then Happy New Year's.
Yes. Back your way.
I assume there's probably going to be a New Year's thing because everyone wants...
I got nothing planned myself, so I'm 100% down. Even if Nick's girlfriend suddenly shows up, then maybe I'll start one up myself. But regardless, if you're around, and if Greg is around, and even Agnes, she can pop in on the other side of the couch right there. Then
I assume everyone wants to watch Nick eat an entire fucking Greco party pizza.
Yeah. That would be really funny if that actually happens.
Even better if we're crying.
I mean, you know it's going to happen, and he's going to get like the jalapeno cheddar crust or whatever. And
that sounds like a good crust, to be honest. It does.
They make good crust from the pizzas. Like their pizzas are just like but their crusts are like, ooh, yeah.
Pizzas, crust, ooh, I like that.
But yeah, I'm going to end the broadcast. Thank you for anyone who's watched. You know, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that bullshit, and whatever. I don't know. See you later, maybe.
Navidad, yo.
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Greg?
I said go eat a fat dick.
Yeah, do that.
I don't even mean that in a mean way. Just